Boo. Hello, everybody.
Are we live?
Yeah, we're live. We're
I
live.
was just about to add to my story that we're going on as well.
You can do it, man.
I can do that. Hey,
It's unfiltered.
Yeah, that's true. You take away the introduction.
How are we all doing, everybody? Welcome back to True Tales, the unfiltered Reptile podcast, episode 3. Hello, Mr. Tree. How are you doing? Peace, early, gang. Definitely. Who else have we got in here? Mr. Viv Visions. How are you doing, my friend? Thank you for tuning in. Hello, Logan. How are you doing, my friend? Thank you for tuning in. Hello, Rick. Thank you for tuning in. Hello, Dan. Thank you for tuning in. Mr. Matt is here. Thank you, Matt.
Am I streaming?
He says you are.
Yeah, it is. Sorry, this is really unprofessional.
Hello, Touch. How are you doing, my friend? What's going on? Hello, Mr. Will Exotic. How are you doing?
Will, fake fan.
Oh, yeah.
No, he's here. He's here. We'll allow him.
Hello, John. How are you doing? I'm here for more passion.
More energy.
That's weird. I was literally singing that before. I mean, it's probably because I posted that as my most recent reel, but he's over on the Riddler channel.
Yeah, buddy.
He gets in those watch hours. Hello, Ruben.
Oh, look who else has just turned up as well.
He's here.
He is here. Of course he's here.
Hello, Gary. Both videos look good. I need to sort my hair. It's very flat. Also, guys, I've got a big announcement. Thanks to my friends that aren't Reptile friends, your boy's got a mini fridge.
Yeah,
what?
boy.
Lucasade on tap. So if there's slight noise, then that's what it is. Right. Gary's here. Gary is here. More passion. Is this because of my most recent video? Is that what's happening?
Probably.
All right, 16 people, 17 people, pop in, like the video. Mini fridge.
Yeah,
we've got the Lucasade in the mini fridge.
I have a pint of water.
Yeah,
hydration.
So expect me having to dip out.
Yeah, well, like I put on my story earlier on, you're going to need to. There's Mike. You're going to need to dip out for a piss, and I'm also going to need to dip out for Aya to go for a piss as well, probably.
I didn't monetize this before it went live. Oh well.
Can you do it now? Or?
Nah, I'm not worried.
Yeah,
I'll do it after if I remember. How you doing? How was your holiday?
Quick, very, very quick, and my child got ill as well.
Did Matt post this in the chat you're in, or did he post it in just my chat?
I'm not sure. I've not caught up. Yeah, no, I've not caught up with that chat today. To be fair,
I think it was just my chat.
Busy being an electrician today, which has been really annoying. But yeah, the holiday went quick. My son got ill, as in tonsillitis and viral infection, and he's also allergic to penicillin, which didn't help.
He's only like one.
Yeah. So that was shit, but the rest of it was pretty sick. I needed that break. It's been a little while. It was good because our hotel had some sick water slides on it.
Nice.
Yeah, we were enjoying it.
And geckos.
And geckos, yes. I did do some herping. Video coming soon, Cyprus herping. It's good. I've not watched it back yet. Like I say, I've already put about it enough on my story and things like that. I didn't see a... But to be fair, I think I was in the wrong area. There was your little geckos and things like that, some little inverts and whatnot. But yeah, no snakes, unfortunately. I've still never in my life seen a wild snake, regardless of whether I'm in the UK, Cyprus, Greece, whatever. I've never seen a wild snake, ever.
Mad. Considering the part of the country you live in as well.
I live in a part of the country where you could go for a walk down at the common, and they're quite common. Well, funnily enough, quite common apparently. Jacob Hill, yeah boy, he's watching on my stream as well, my G. Any geckos on the water slide? Possibly. And if they came down the one that we raced on, you know, when they got like the four that you raced down, I'd have won because I'm a lot heavier than them, especially after an all-inclusive buffet 3 times a day for a week. Bro, I took full advantage of it. My family were disgusted with the amount of food I was eating. I wasn't even hungry. Like gluttony, I'd eat a disgusting amount of dinner and then I wasn't hungry, but I'd go and put like a whole plate of dessert as well, like sample basically everything. And my family would just, what's wrong with you? I'm hungry. But I'm not. Yeah. Have you seen the leucistic Nile? Ooh, cool.
I haven't seen the leucistic Nile. If you know where it is, DM me on Gram and I'll put it up.
Yeah, it was good, mate.
Me and Fee were talking literally like 2 days ago about just needing a holiday. We haven't been on holiday since abroad / proper holiday since we started dating, really.
How long has that been, if you don't mind me asking?
5 years.
Oh, right, okay.
5 years this year. 5 years next month. We went to Amsterdam in 2020, like the month before the lockdown, to go and see Lewis Capaldi, but that was only like 3 days.
Yeah. Wow, look at Jacob being a snake. Looks like I have seen a snake in the wild. Wow.
I actually hate that saying.
What?
Well, people are like, oh, you're a snake. Define that saying? Oh, you're a backstabber.
Yeah.
Oh, snakes just are snakes. They're not backstabbers, they're just snakes. And that saying is originated of people not liking snakes. If anything, you're better off going, oh, you're a human. There's a human in the chat because humans are dickheads.
That's
not
true.
Snakes.
I mean, take Jacob, for example. He's a massive dickhead.
Yeah, I can agree with that, but we won't call him a snake.
All right, maybe instead of you're a snake, we'll say you're a Jacob. That's quite a good one.
You're a Jacob, right?
You're a Jacob. Ah, see, Will's got it down to a T. Look at that. If everyone wants to stream it on both, you know what I'm saying?
Can I the 19 people that are in chat right now, can at least a couple of you confirm how it does or doesn't annoy you to how much of a beg Riddler is?
It's bad, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
It's bad, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Anyway, I hear you've got some unpopular opinions, so let's get into that.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's better. Yes, I do.
You are very whited out right now.
Yeah, lighting in this room is shit, and I've just turned the light off on my webcam as well. So I don't know. Everyone's gonna have to put up with it.
No comment.
Yeah,
Will's here
my
for
guy.
it.
Yeah, mate, you get used to it. Yeah. Right, let's have a butcher's then, shall we? Yeah, everyone came through. Like when we did the what was it? What did we do? The first one, assumptions, and what was it?
Q&A, wasn't it?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, I don't.
But anyway, it took us a little while for people to come through on that one. People just couldn't be asked. We had to. Well, sorry, sweetheart, am I waking you up? Whereas this one, people were living for it. They loved it. So let's have a butcher's. And I'm afraid to say some people have pretty much not thrown you under the bus.
If anyone says anything about Crocs, I'm ending the stream.
Unfortunately for you, it's one of your nearest and dearest. I'm not going to say who, but one of your nearest and dearest has sent for Crocs.
Tell me which one it is. Okay, all right, just go. And what do you want? You want my reactions?
We just want to see reactions, whether you agree or disagree. So we'll go with that. So there's some that are reptile related, so which could end up being conversations, but there's some that are like pretty good. So the first one I got, shall I do them anonymous, or I think I'll do them.
Do them anonymous, then tell me who.
All right. So bearded dragons aren't basic, but instead one of the most unique pet reptiles there are.
I agree.
You agree?
My bearded dragon has probably got the most personality in my reptile room. Because my bearded dragon's not fat and it's kept properly.
Facts. Hey, Paul, seeing you at the show. Look at that. Look at that.
I don't know. I'll be honest, Bradley, because, all right, just a quick caveat.
Yeah, go on.
I was recognised a few times and then a few people messaged me. And what's really weird is obviously everyone's like, oh, Paul, how are you doing? You all right? And it was so busy at the show. Is you thought in real life, literally
emotional damage. Sorry,
because it was so busy at the show, it's hard to actually stop to talk to people. So the people that I did meet, it was very much like, "Oh, you're right, Paul. Yeah, good mate. And then that was it.
That was Bradley, it. You couldn't stop. There was no way.
I'll be completely honest, my friend. I don't know who you are, but thank you very much Because I didn't get anyone's name because it was just
There was
so
no
manic.
time. There was the only two people I managed to stop and talk to really were in the second room because it was a little bit quieter.
Yeah. But I
Williams.
appreciate you if you said hey. If not, I appreciate you for spotting me in a crowd because, as Fee said, oh, okay, yes, I remember straight away. I know exactly who you are because I remember saying to Fee that someone asked me, even asking how Manga was. Oh, shut up, Matt. Right, I'm gonna sneeze, but hit me with your next one.
All right,
Unless
the
you
next
want to
one.
elaborate. Oh no, you got to tell me who, and then you can elaborate. If you want to elaborate on the bearded dragon one. Thank you.
So that was Tarantula D99, who
Okay.
I think follows you as well, to be fair. And I agree. Everyone sees, I wouldn't say they're basic. Actually, a lot of care that needs to be looked after properly. Well, yeah, for sure. It's just the one that people go to for like
I'm crying.
your starter animal. Which the whole starter or beginner animal thing, it's a bit of a funny one, isn't it? Because what makes that basic?
The problem is for basic is that, well, leopard geckos are basic. Royal pythons are basic. Every reptile is. I'm dying over here. Every reptile is intricate and hard if you want to go into it, but bearded dragons can be cared for basically and survive.
Is it that we're saying they're just more hardy and not as easy to kill? Is that what we?
Yeah, that's it.
Basic?
Yeah. Beginner pet basic, but bearded dragons are kept properly are an underrated species.
Facts.
Yeah.
Right. So this one, you'll know who said this one. Morphs are a pyramid scheme.
Yeah, I know who said that one. Yeah.
You know who said that one? It was this guy called Paul's Monitors.
Yeah.
Bit of a twat, really.
But yeah, sorry that I didn't get to catch you properly, Bradley, just purely because the show was, as you know, because you were there. But yeah, morphs are a pyramid scheme. We'll get into it on the show talk in a bit. We'll leave that one, and we'll touch on that.
Yeah.
When we get into the show talk.
Okay, so the person who said this one is in chat.
Okay.
So Varius over Giganteus, and also said good luck with the Latins, lol.
Do you know what they are?
I'm pretty sure Giganteus is that a parenti,
and
Varius is lace.
Yeah.
So
they're saying lace over parenti.
They're saying lace over parenti.
That is an unpopular opinion.
That is a very unpopular opinion.
Very unpopular.
This is what I'm saying. People have come through. I mean, it's already causing a stir. And this person is in the chat, I believe.
Who is it?
Let's give it a minute. Let's hear your opinion on it first. That person is wrong.
No, I don't need to go anymore. Like, they're just wrong. They're just wrong. That's it. They're wrong.
But then are they? Because it's an opinion. It's not Dan. But does Dan agree? Dan, do you agree?
Lace are not better than parenti. What the fuck?
I agree. I put. There you go. He's just outed himself.
Mike, have you done it? Have you done it to be a twat?
or do you mean it?
Yeah. Yeah, no.
So there was that one.
Don't get me wrong, lace is sick, but they're not better than parentis.
I mean, to be fair, like I say, my one.
Palmer over both. We should have got you to read that out, to be fair.
Glebo Palm.
Glub, blub, blub, blub.
Glebo Palmer. Palm, whatever, fuck off. I was going to say something. My opinion on that one, if you take parenti out, we've discussed this before, Bell's phase over normal lace for me as well.
Nah, you're a twat, mate.
Well, yeah, I know this.
Normal all the way. They're real dark ones as well.
Yes, I prefer the lighter ones. I like the ones. That's why I like the Bell's phase, because they've got the contrast of the black and white. I'm just a big fan.
I'm not a fan.
Apparently not. All right, we shouldn't be breeding animals unless there's a justified reason.
What's the justified reason, though? Who is it to deem what's just? Is breeding for the hobby a just reason? And then, if that is a justified reason, okay, for example, crested geckos, the reason is to breed them is for the hobby. Yeah. But then, what are you just going to say? Only 20% of people are allowed to breed them then? and then we're going to cut off the other 80. So there's your reason. So your opinion has holes in it.
There you go. There you go.
Whose was that?
That was George, Reptilian Mentality. She's hit me with a couple as well.
If she's listening to that, there's holes in that. So sorry.
You see what Matt has said? You should do a game Riddler and read out Latin names and have some real, some fake. Oh Christ!
Honestly, that I'm not even exaggerating. Is what I wanted to do. I was going to do a true or false with you next go round and just read out Latin names.
I think that's going to have to be episode 4 because obviously I'll be streaming episode 4 and it'll be your turn for a game.
I generally was thinking about that today. I was going to do a true or false, and not all Latin names, but just questions.
Yeah.
But I was going to throw some Latins in there and be like, I don't know, Pterodactylus, Triceratopsus.
Oh, to be fair, I'd get that one.
It's real.
I'd hope.
Yeah.
No, cool.
Right. What a Bam say? Where we at? Lace, natural color, Parentes, Bell's face lace. Honestly, Bam. Like, what? What's your problem, bro? I don't even know if I want you guys to support me anymore.
I knew Unpopular Opinion would do well. Here, the next one is a big reptile YouTubers aren't as good as they seem.
Returning. I'd agree. Is that our friend Reptilian Mentality again?
It is, yes. That was probably not a hard guess, was it?
No, just because I've said it before, just because you've got numbers to your name doesn't mean you know everything.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
Mistakes are okay as long as people work on improving. To be fair,
I don't think that's an unpopular opinion.
I wouldn't say that's an unpopular opinion.
I'd say that's just fact.
Yeah, I'll go with that as well. Oh no. All right, this one isn't reptile related. Agree to a certain extent. Wait, what's he agreeing with? I can't
about
remember.
The big YouTubers.
Oh yeah. This one isn't reptile related. I think this one's going to sit well with you. To be fair, too many people are having children.
Technically, we're currently in a deficit. So technically, we're having less children than ever before. And then a lot of younger people, like my kid and your kid, they're not going to want to be tradesmen and they're not going to want to be societal jobs. And because there aren't enough people being born, we're going to have a really old workforce. And there's going to be this weird gap. And when we're old, the world's going to come crashing down because everybody wants to be a YouTuber like us.
That's why we get in now. Get in while the going's good. And then when we die, it's not our problem anymore.
Yeah, I think it's like the least. I think Jordan Peterson talks about it. It's like the least we've ever had. The least children being born or what the fuck. So I disagree with that.
Is that worldwide though, or is that UK?
No, I think it's overall.
All right. Sorry, I had a fly try and get in my mouth.
Well, if you think about it, just after World War II, everyone came back, and then everyone was like popping out babies left, right, and center.
Boomers, mate. Boomers. That's it. Baby boomers.
And then, like now, people aren't marrying until they're fucking. For the consensus, because everyone wants to be a boss bitch, and they don't want kids.
Well, this is it. I mean, marriage is becoming almost unnecessary now because you're starting to have couples have the same rights as married people anyway now. Because it's like, we don't want to get married. Why should we have more rights just because we've got a piece of paper and gone to a church? So that's
it's not even necessarily about the marriage. It's you don't have to be married to have a kid, but obviously that's the tradition.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I disagree. I think we're not having enough kids. I mean, I'm out of the equation nowadays anyway.
I'm hoping to be in the next couple of years as well. Yeah. So we'll see. Next one. Drinking milk as a standalone drink is amazing. So straight milk out of the bottle.
Hey, you know what I find fucking mad is that we drink the milk of other animals. Not 100%. Not 100% effective, Paul.
He's just trying to scare you.
Got to be retested, man. Don't worry, right?
Yeah. He ain't going straight in with it.
I'm an idiot, but I'm not that dumb.
Shut up, Matt. Yeah, let's go back to the milk. Fucking flies.
Yeah, I find it mad that we drink milk from other animals.
But do you drink milk straight? I'm
No,
saying it like it's
no,
vodka.
I don't drink milk full stop.
Do you not?
No,
What do you have on your cereal?
I don't have cereal.
What do you have in your tea? Oh, you don't drink tea either, or coffee.
No.
You live a milkless life.
Well, no, I have chocolate.
Yeah, but that's not drinking milk.
I don't drink milk. It's
Oh
fucking
man,
weird.
that one. I'm not gonna lie to you, mate. That one was me. I love drinking milk, and I'll no fizzy water needs to be abolished. Get rid of it. So real talk. The only reason I found out that it was an unpopular opinion, that one, is because me and the missus had Rosie and Jacob round a little while ago. Yeah, we had a bit of chocolate cake. And I was like, I tell you what goes lovely.
You
with a bit
fucking
of chocolate
dipping
cake.
it in milk?
No, I wasn't dipping it. I was just drinking the milk with, having chocolate cake. Because it works.
Oh,
It's
no, I have
beautiful.
cheese. Fair
right?
point. I have cheese, but yeah.
Now, real talk, they looked at me like I was a fucking weirdo. I was like, does no one else want some milk? And they were looking at me like, are you dumb?
What are you, 6?
If drinking milk is wrong, then I don't want to be right, because I think it's delicious. Pour it all over my cereal, my chocolate cereal in the morning.
Would you drink human breast milk?
I had the chance to do so when Em was pregnant, and I didn't do it.
Why?
Because I don't know. I didn't like the idea of it.
That's the only normal
milk
to drink.
I know. That's the only milk that humans should be drinking. But after the thought of drinking milk that came out of my wife's breast, I was like, nah.
Yeah, that cow.
Yeah, I'll go suck on the teat and all sorts. So, you know what I mean? I was about to do the the animation of drinking milk from another, but it wouldn't have looked like drinking milk from another, so I won't do that. Pouring cream and chocolate cake. Yeah, pouring cream is good. Look, Will actually agrees with me. Chocolate cake and milk is amazing. Yeah, it bangs. I'm telling you. Gary comes in clutch. Rick, see what I mean?
What the fuck, Gary?
I love Gary so much.
What the fuck is this podcast, man?
This is amazing, is what it is. Unfiltered, my G. I liked that one. Nah, I'll drink it. I'm happy to, when you're about to go on holiday and it's like, right, we need to empty the fridge. I ain't pouring that down the sink, mate. I'm drinking it.
We don't buy milk. Fee's lactose intolerant, and
that's
I don't drink milk.
Well,
Fee is one of those lactose intolerant people that tolerate it, and kills herself. But I don't drink it. Nah, weird.
All right, this one wasn't me. All right, you're about to. I'm about to read it out, and you're about to go without. So it wasn't me. All right, some people,
Was it Shaggy?
No, it may well have been. Ragnar is cooler than Mango. Is what this person said.
What? They're clearly lying.
Real talk. This person.
They don't believe that.
I know this person. This person adores Ragnar, and I believe that this person
is that what's it called? The Reptile Room or something like that.
The Reptile Shed.
Reptile Shed.
He said that Ragnar is cooler than Mango.
We're getting it out there. He's a cunt.
Shout out to you, Kieran. What a guy.
Don't ever fucking message me again.
Better stay anonymous. Too late. You guessed it. All right, here we go. Will's here as well, so real talk. Beans and sausages on toast is definitely the best staple diet on earth.
No. I hate beans. I have an irrational fear of beans.
It was only yesterday I had scrambled eggs and beans on toast.
Beans are honestly, beans are straight. Like they're just the most disgusting things on the planet. I
could eat a bowl of warm beans. Cold, I think that's a bit
loves baked beans. And
if I was to warm them up in the microwave, I could probably eat that with a spoon, especially with sausages in it. Bangs. Absolutely bangs.
Right, Tree. Right. But we're not talking about Rudicolis and we're not talking about Indicus. We're talking about Mango.
Yeah.
And Ragnar.
We are.
Forget the species.
She's currently having a little sleepy. Look, everyone, look. Sleepy dragon.
I don't know what's going on. Paul's a shit Englishman. Like, I don't drink tea, don't drink coffee, don't eat full English breakfast. I don't like fucking football. And I'm not patriotic. Fuck the royal family.
But do you have to like the royal family to be patriotic about your country?
Fuck the country. We're all earthlings. We all live on the world. What this whole fucking border fucking I'm British. Bullshit, mate.
God save our grace.
She's dead.
King, I said king.
Oh, he's fucking gonna die soon anyway. He's like
it won't be long. Old sausage fingers. Let me just catch up on the chat as well. That was actually Viv Visions that said that as well.
I'm petrified of baked beans.
Mad.
Like, they creep me the fuck
My
out.
sister's partner was, because obviously they came round, they went to the holiday with us, and in the morning before we went, I did a full English breakfast. Well, we're doing opinions with someone who has an opinion.
That's the whole point, Fee.
Yeah, that's why it's a good feature. But yeah, I found out that my sister's partner, he was like, I love eating beans. That's fine. I'll have it. He said, but I cannot do the washing up and wash what has like cooked the beans. He was like, I can't do it. I can't touch it. I was like, that's even weirder than.
No, I'm with you. I don't like
he said beans and the gravy boat. He can't clean that either.
No, for me, I don't really like food, like leftover to wash up food.
Yeah.
Like if it's in like I don't know if I on a rim like sauce, condiments, that's all right.
Yeah.
But if it's like food, I'm like, nah, fuck that. Nah, and I just run the tap on it for like half an hour, then come back.
I remember once this was a complete accident when Em was pregnant. And you know when you've done the washing up or something and you get like that load of food left in when you drain the sink. And I was there and I was like, Em. I was like, how much to eat that? And she went, no, don't. I went, oh shit, yeah, sorry, I forgot.
You're a vile human. Moving on.
It was an accident. Okay, also agree with Paul with beans. I don't know how they're made, to be honest with you. I just eat them.
Baked beans, honestly, beans. I know someone that didn't like tomato sauce and baked beans, but washed baked beans and ate them raw. Anyway, enough of this talk, man.
I'm pretty sure you could, because aren't they haricot beans or something? You can just buy them without the tomato sauce. Anyway.
I don't like beans.
Okay, this person is in chat as well. We should probably stop breeding reticulated pythons.
I agree.
You agree? I had a feeling you might.
Mainlands.
Do you have a guess as to who that might have been?
They're in chat.
Yeah.
Was it Matt?
It wasn't. No. Where is he? Is he going to pop up? Pop up. Let yourself be known, or forever hold your peace.
Dan? Was it Will?
It was Will. It was in fact Will. Big Willie. Big Willie. Exotic Willie.
Big Willie wants to stop breeding the big snakes.
He does, yeah. He does. But then he did only say retics. He didn't say berms or anacondas.
Berms, I don't think. Berms are completely different. I've owned both.
Of course you have.
I've had anacondas as well, so
that's wild.
I've had all three.
Mm.
Retics are completely different kettle of fish.
But then, excuse me, if he's here, what's the reason behind the retics? We shouldn't, because I don't know enough about it. I'm a noob. We know this. I'm early doors.
Why? It's just because you can't house them. Like, you breed a retic, then stick it in a 6-foot rack. Like, it's the most intelligent. It's not the most intelligent. It's arguably the most intelligent python snake. It's the longest snake in the world, arguably the largest snake in the world. Like, you just can't house it. You just can't. You can't ethically house that snake.
Mm.
You just can't.
But then, can the same be said for berms? Or not so much?
Yes. No, yeah. But that's like housing a savannah monitor or a tegu. They're roughly the same size, but tegus are arguably lazier.
Right, okay. Oh,
or like
right, okay.
an aki or a bearded dragon. They're the same size lizard, but they require... Don't get me wrong, you still need a massive enclosure. And I don't think berms should be sold to the Joe Blogs public. No. But I do think berms can make better... And a male Burmese might only be 10 foot long. whereas retics are getting 14, 15 foot.
Yeah.
So
this one you'll be able to guess very quickly, and also this. Actually, no, you won't dismiss it. You'll probably agree. Jacob is the face of Riddler Reptiles.
well, as in the looks.
I don't know. Whoever this was, which I'm sure you can guess very quickly, said Jacob is the face of Riddler Reptiles.
Okay, I don't know what Jacob means by when he says Jacob is the face of Riddler
So you've already
Reptiles.
guessed who said it.
I do think Jacob is a better looking man than you.
But that's not hard because I'm Butters.
I wouldn't say that, but I would say Jacob is better looking. No,
I've got to give it to him. He's a handsome chap.
So if he means that, then yeah. If he's on about the social prowess, then he does fuck all.
Facts. All he does is wear sharks and take the piss out of Crocs. That's it.
So
maybe I just need to use him on thumbnails then.
Yeah.
Obviously, the look I'm putting in. Don't talk to me about effort, Jacob. You do fuck all, mate. All right. I even sold your gargoyle. All right. Don't at me about that. All right. You put a sticker in a box and that was it. Fucking cheeky bastard.
But yeah, that's my opinion. Is Jacob's better looking, but you do more legwork.
Yeah. Paul needs the new Shrek Crocs to out-croc his Crocs.
I don't know what they are.
I don't know either. You could look for them if you want.
I'm looking for them right now.
Yeah, you got me. Body size of small sex everywhere. Down.
Oh, yeah. Damn.
I've not actually seen them. Can you put it to the camera, or shall I stop being lazy and look it up myself?
No, I can put it to the camera.
I'll be honest, I've not seen Shrek Crocs because why would I?
They're quite expensive.
Anything more than 58p is far too
Fee has
much.
shown me them. I don't remember. I honestly don't remember.
Oh, yeah.
I forget half my life. Anyway, what's going on here? My laptop is not working. There we go. I mean, I've always preferred lizards to snakes, but do agree big snakes should be DWA and only purchased by people with full-size rooms. I agree. In relation to body size, even smaller snakes have it way worse than most other lizards. You know what? One thing as well with snakes, I find, right? Lizards, most people, okay, UVB. For the most part, UVB, a halogen. Snakes, dark box. And I'm just like, they're literally the same. Just one has legs.
Yeah, like, it's the age-old nocturnal thing. But you'll even find people with nocturnal geckos and lizards that put overhead heat in UVB. Why? As in, like, why not do the same for your snakes? I mean, hypocritical. Yeah. That's why my camera's facing this way and not that way. But, you know, shrugs. Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
It's okay for snakes to be... It is okay for snakes, even better Vivs rarely exceed to me. Yeah. Snakes get it shit. I need those. Maybe next time I dip into the old Patreon money. Link in the description. I'll buy myself some.
Yeah, same. Right, this one.
Link's not in the description.
It's not. No. This one I cannot disagree with anymore. You won't know this person. I nearly messaged her and said, "How dare you? I'm not reading that out."
Audacity.
Vanilla ice cream tastes like absolute shite.
I wouldn't say it tastes like shite, but it is very mediocre.
It's not top tier, but I tell you what, sometimes that vanilla ice cream hits with a bit of apple crumble or something like that.
How often are you eating vanilla ice cream?
Not that often, but when I do, like it just goes like you can whack it with cake, you can put it with crumble, you can put it with.
How am I the fat one out of the two of us?
I don't know.
I mean, we probably weigh about the same, but how am I the fat one?
It's because I'm a little bit taller than you, maybe.
What do you weigh?
I dread to imagine after the holiday, but last time I weighed myself, I was 83 kilos.
Oh yeah, I'm still a bit heavier than you.
I should probably weigh
91,
myself again. Yeah.
91. Yeah.
Strawberry vanilla chocolate last, bro.
Strawberry vanilla chocolate.
That's
What about
wild.
salted caramel?
I do like a bit of salted caramel. I do like a bit of salted caramel, but then I just love ice cream.
That's true. Vanilla's
Visions. Oh
Vanilla's
no.
mad.
Ken. Yeah, agree. Vanilla ice cream is rank and basic, bro.
What kind of vanilla? There's a couple types.
Is
probably
there?
Probably vanilla.
Yeah. Yes,
Perfect.
Rick.
See, Rick and Riddler, no.
Excuse me.
Yeah, exactly. Salted caramel goat. I'll agree with that.
Good. It is good.
I'll agree with that.
Oh, I'm not sure what your reaction is going to be to this one, but he is in chat again. Sushi is massively overrated.
I don't eat fish. I've never had it, so I can't comment.
I don't eat it, but I think people only eat it to say they do.
Pistachio ice cream. No thanks.
Nah, not keen. What did I have on holiday the other week? I had banoffee ice cream when I was in Cyprus. Bro, top tier. In one of those nice waffle cones. Oh.
You know, here's what ice cream on like a cone, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't have that. I have mine in a pot because I don't eat the cone.
I don't even know how we've got to this point. I think we've agreed on maybe 3 things in our entire friendship. Maybe.
The 3 things you're going to say and the 3 things I'm going to say are
different
completely different.
anyway.
So we won't do that.
Oh, bam. No.
Lemon ice cream.
No.
Or vegetarian sushi. What the fuck is
vegetarian
both.
Sushi? I didn't even say vegetarian sushi. Surely that's just the leaves.
Vegetarian. All right.
Oh, God.
I've got no issue with vegetarians at all. I don't eat beef or fish myself for my own little environmental reasons, right?
I love both.
I don't have issues with vegans. I don't care, right? Live and let live. Do what you want to do. But when we start going vegetarian sushi, what the fuck?
It's not sushi. It's just the leaves and rice. Real talk.
And it's like vegetarian vegetarian beef burger or vegetarian chicken burger.
Yeah, there's not beef or chicken. It's just a vegetarian burger. I'm still trying to get over lemon ice cream. That's vile.
Nah, lemon ice cream's all right.
Oh, Christ. Mike, cups over cones. Bro. This ain't these are like sushi speak. Well, yeah. These always is black dragon. Yeah, well, there you go. Cups over cones. Now, ice made of milk. I'm assuming ice cream.
Yeah. Ice made of water. Well, you could have ice milk.
Yes, ice cube, milk
you
cubes.
Could freeze milk. Yeah, milk cubes.
Milk cubes. But yeah, I agree. Sushi is massively overrated. All right, I think this is the last. Oh no, is it? Yeah, this is the last one. This person, like I say, is in chat, and he's the nearest and dearest. I don't know if he's ever said this to you before.
This is Matt.
Crocs are hideously overrated.
This is Matt.
And what makes you say that?
Because he's nearest and dearest. So it's either Matt or Michael.
And has he ever? It wouldn't be Fee. Fee loves a Croc.
Fee loves a Croc.
Has he ever made those feelings apparent to you about Crocs?
Yeah, he has. Yeah.
Oh, he has.
Why would you say that, Michael? No, he hasn't. He hasn't outright said to me, "Paul, I think you're a prick for wearing Crocs." But he has voiced his opinions for Crocs. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. He doesn't care. He's got no shame.
All right.
But just for you, Matt. Boom.
That's nice. I'm sorry to hear that.
Your son's got good taste. We'll get him some custom pulse monitor, whatever they're fucking called, pop-in gibbet fucking things.
Gibbet.
I
think that's it. That's it.
Coffee ice cream. Nah, bro.
Bradley, this is your first time on the live stream, I believe. Are you pro Crocs or no Crocs? We need to start figuring out. Coffee ice cream, actually. I don't mind coffee ice cream.
The questions from the Captive Raptors podcast will be coming back next month. Had a month hiatus.
Damn.
From next. Yeah, I haven't released a podcast, my own podcast, in 3 weeks.
Damn.
This weekend I'm probably going to do a solo.
Mm.
Next weekend is Fee's birthday, so your boy won't be on the YouTubes. I've given her a pass all weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, to be like, Paul, get the fuck off your phone all weekend. So I'll be replying to nobody all weekend because she's got a weekend pass of Paul, get the fuck off your phone.
Does she say that often, even when it's not her birthday, or not really?
No, she never says it. Never says it. And I'm always on my fucking phone doing the social media shit and talking to people. So I've given her a weekend of me and my presence, so she probably won't say it once because she doesn't want to see me.
She's like, Paul, do you want to go on your phone? Did I just hear your phone go off?
She's like, you're talking to me awfully a lot. I don't really want to, like, don't know what's going on.
Oh, Bradley, no.
Mate,
no.
he's a fan.
Oh,
I'll tell you what, Bradley wouldn't like fucking Ragnar over Mango.
Real talk, Ragnar's a legend. I do want to pick that skin off of her, but she'd bite my hand off, so I'm not keen for that. Mix the coffee ice cream with marshmallows. Oh, that sounds glorious.
I got a question for you.
Yeah, go on. That's it for unpopular opinions, by the way. So yeah,
be real with me.
Right?
It's hard to say, but you never owned Ragnar, and I don't own Mango.
Mm-hmm.
You see a picture of both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Which one do you prefer?
It's a tough one. It is a tough one because they've both got their differences that
you don't know. You don't know them. You just
I know. No, I mean like
the
species itself on the looks, and that's what I mean. Damn, Slipper Gang, my G. Because when I see the likes of Mango, it's the spots, it's the colours, it's the. You just look and you go, damn. Ragnar's not that colourful, but that neck, bro. Even now, I've had her for 2 and a bit years, if not a bit longer, and I still see her neck. And like when she sat there, and I'm just like, bruv, that is unbelievable. Do you know what? And I'm not even over 30s.
This is why I love her. She's great.
This is what I mean. Just that little dig.
She's here all day, guys. Whoa, what's up, y'all? I don't know if that's not racist, but I was going to say I don't know if that's racist. I think that's more Texan. What's up, y'all?
Yeah.
I was waiting for 3 o'clock. Got busy. Saw the time. Thought, oh shit, it's 3:30, 3:40. Lol. Hello to Paul and Andrew. Hello to everyone.
Hello, Amy. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you. I've been asked, do you like lemons? I'm not a big fan. Before we carry on, obviously, with your question, I'm not a big fan personally. I don't know what it is. It's very rare that I'll have lemon in or on something. It's not for me. I don't know if you've ever seen the videos like the golden retrievers that are just fuming with lemons, but that's basically me. So yeah, not keen. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah,
I like that
yeah, fine. They do have a bit of a weird face. Like it's not.
Like that face.
I do as well, but it's different. It is. Yeah. It's very avian, isn't it?
It's not monitor-esque.
No. Mango looks more like a monitor.
Essential monitor, yeah.
Ragnar looks more like a birdie dragon. I think for me personally, I would, and I'm not even just saying this, like genuinely, I would be real with you. I think it would probably have to still be the roughneck because you can get colourful monitors, but that neck.
What about Ragnar or Kermit? Again, you don't know them, just to look at.
Yeah.
So not your animal and my animal.
Yeah, you're talking roughneck or Prasinus. Hey, scientific name, big up. Prasinus is Greek for green, by the way. That's the only way I know that.
Prasinus, some people pronounce it.
I think I've said that before. It's like my only fact that I've got for those, to be fair. That's a tough one. Because for me, the green tree monitor is bucket list item. It's up there. It's real talk. It's up there.
It's up there.
It is. It's as simple as that. Oh God. I think it would be green tree monitor. To be fair, I think it would.
Especially one that looks like Kermit with the blue back.
Mm.
Blue back.
Mm.
What about?
Yeah.
Do you prefer my? Well, it's not mine anymore. It's Michael's. Do you prefer Michael's blue green tree, or there you go, Woog, or Kermit? For me, it's Kermit all day long.
I think I agree.
I've got the Kermit merch on actually.
I think I agree with Kermit. Like,
they're both stunning. Don't get me wrong.
They are. Of course they are. But if I was to choose one of them, I think it would be Kermit for sure.
Yeah.
Hmm.
After coming away for the weekend, Kermit 1-1. After going away for the weekend, I saw Kada. Didn't see her when we got back, and then saw her yesterday. She's fucking. It's almost like she's grown, like loads, loads. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. Cordensis or Prasinus? Riddler's like, yes.
Yes, I agree. You're going to have to remind me what Cordensis is.
The Biac tree monitor. It's pretty much a green tree monitor with the back of a yellow tree monitor.
Ah,
in a way.
Yeah. I think I'd still go Prasinus.
Top tier Prasinus, like Kermit, then Cordensis, like top tier Cordensis, then basic bitch Prasinus, then basic bitch Cordensis. But top tier Cordensis beats average Prasinus.
Here's my. Obviously, I don't know them that well. I'm just going to go by the color of tree monitors. Yeah. For me, it goes green, top, blue.
Okay, Bradley's asking, so we'll do this. We'll go through every species. Right. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. So mine is Prasinus up top.
Yeah.
Then McCrae.
Yeah, blues. Yeah.
Blues.
Yeah.
Then yellows.
Yeah, Rosingary.
Yeah, and then blacks.
Okay, Beckerai.
That's mine. I don't know if that's an unpopular opinion.
No, the thing is, when you talk tree monitors, you're talking paper lines. It's not like one's leagues above the other.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. For me, it's Prasinus, Beckerai, Rosingary, McCrae.
Okay.
But nice Rosingary.
Yeah.
Oh, Matt, they're at the bottom. I think yellows have gone above blues for me since seeing a bit more. Come on, Mike.
He's doing this to wind me up. I know it. He's behind his screen cracking up because he knows I'm reading that and I'm going, what does that even mean? Blue, yellow,
blue last.
green,
we can't be friends. You don't like Crocs. No love lost. Blue, yellow, green, black. No, blacks are sick, mate. Blacks are sick.
I still love the blacks. Fine. But for me, they are the last of the tree monitors that I'd get. If you had all space and money, Salvatore's. I'm assuming that's a crop monitor or an Asian water in it.
It is.
Gang. Looks wise, croc. Hoping to be able to work with one and not get my entire face bitten off. Asian water monitor.
I don't like Asian water monitors.
Do you not?
Nah, they're ugly.
Why?
Ugly, they're fat. They're chunky.
Oh.
They're just out of proportion. They can't be kept properly in captivity. Nah, 2 out of 10. Don't like them. Right? If you like them, cool. I just
yeah.
I think they're shit. I'd never ever own one ever.
Fair enough.
If I had like a zoo and someone said to me, "Oh yeah, we got a Salvatore you can have," I'd be like, "No thanks." I'm just not. You know what I mean? I don't like them at all. It's not even like, "Oh yeah, they're kind of." Don't get me wrong. If I saw one in the wild, I'd lose my shit. But as regards for a pet, never. Never, ever.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. When they're babies, they're sick.
Mm.
And like the 3-4 foot, sick.
Mm.
Then they start to like bulk out into adults. They're just fat, ugly, fucking coming eye. Completely different. They're not Salvatore. I like Kamingi, coming eye. But yeah, I don't know if Amy. I don't know if you're behind or you're just replying late. But that's Amy.
I do like this. This putting the tree monitors in order has been a bloody good one.
He's back. The mystery
Lots
man. We don't know who he is.
Do we still not know who this is?
I have an idea who it is, but
I have an idea, but is he not, or he or she not revealed themselves?
You have not seen
Not
Nice
seen-
Asian. No. I'm just saying for the general captivity.
Yeah.
Like how the Asian water monitor is in captivity.
Doug, what's going on?
Hola. Black, green, blue, yellow. We're doing rainbows now. Paul savaging. Yeah, don't get me wrong. They're nice, and I'm talking. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, Chris, now
Go on,
you're doing
Riddler.
it to wind me up as well. Rizingeri, Bohemii,
Bohemii. Thing is with Latin, just say it with your chest.
Beccarii, Macraei, Caldensis. Rizingeri is the yellows. Don't know what the Bohemii is. Beccarii the blacks. Macraei is blues. Caldensis is the ones you said were like a greeny.
Biax, yeah.
Yeah.
Bohemii is the gold spots. Yeah, they're pretty rare.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I say, they're not top of my list. In the wild, in non-center of Thailand where they're eating burgers, I'm sure they're real sexy. But for the most part, in captivity, I'm not a fan.
Mm.
I like the stuff like the Sumatrans, what are they called? Oh, fucking hell. It's gone now. It'll come back to me. Oh, fuck. Anyway, yeah. Very true. Diesel was amazing. Very inquisitive. Love sitting on my shoulder already. Hell of a week. You guys pick up the show. Tune in tomorrow on YouTube.
Tune in tomorrow. Although, to be fair, my one tomorrow doesn't actually show what I got. That's next week's video. Tomorrow is a vlog of how bastard busy it was and some of the shit we got up to. Live reaction from Jacob's missus seeing the hognose that he bought. The Crocs make a cameo as well, of course.
Chris, do you know who this is? Is this who we think it is? Do you see treetops because you're incredibly tall? Is this who this is? If not, I don't have a clue it is.
I no idea. Couldn't tell you. Not a clue.
Neither do I.
Mm.
It's the problem with these online personas. I think the only Asian watermelon captivity is relatively well kept is Slinky. But right.
Oh, here we go.
The problem is with this, right? So if we take the standard for Slinky, and I don't know the exact, I don't really watch Ken, and I have nothing against him, like, but I just don't really watch. Just before I go into this, do you think I'm on the right lines, Chris, by saying about him seeing treetops? But anyway, or she. So let's just say the standard for Slinky for water monitors is how Kenan keeps Slinky, right? In this, I don't know, it's like 40 foot by 20 foot, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
For a 7 foot lizard. So if we halve that for a 3.5 foot lizard, so now all of a sudden we need a 20 by 10 for the standards of monitors. And if we halve that again, so let's just say a 2 foot lizard, we need a 10 by 5. So you need to keep an Aki in a 10 by 5 to keep to the same. Obviously, the mass is going to be different, and I'm just rounding up here and rounding down. But in order to keep Kenan levels, you would have to keep an Aki. Let's just say an 8x4x4. Let's just say an 8x4x4. You have to keep an Aki in an 8x4x4 to be the equivalent of keeping Slinky in a 40x20. And no one does. Not no one, but no one does. So I don't I don't like the idea of like we put one standard to one monitor and then forget it for the other monitors because they're all just as active as each other in their own regards with their own niches. So it's a hard one to be like, yeah, it is, yeah. Because just because one lizard's 2 foot doesn't mean we can put it in a 4x2. But then a 6 foot lizard we can't put in an 8x4, for example. Well, it'd be 2 foot lizard and a 4x2 would be a 6 foot lizard and a 12x6. So, yeah. Anyway, yeah. He once told me he had multiple accounts. The mystery man strikes again.
I have no idea. No idea. Not a clue. Couldn't tell you.
But yeah, I mean, I got 20 new animals from the show. I got some geckos, I got some bugs, and I got some really cool demigorgons. That are called Dustin and Dart. That's about it, really, and you'll see tomorrow.
I got inverts and plants.
Yeah.
I could have done worse. But
Riddler was shut down at every corner.
Real talk. But like I say, to be fair, I wasn't going to get anything that required a new enclosure. Now, obviously, Matt, shout out to you. Obviously, gave me that 4x2x2. That's not for a new animal. That's to upgrade what I've got, which means that it opens up another enclosure to upgrade something else that I've got. Ken, Viv Visions, he's offered me a 4x2x2 as well. That's not going to be for a new animal. That's going to be for an upgrade, which is going to open another enclosure for another upgrade. So at the minute, I'm looking at moving some royals on and upgrading those that I've got. We've said this multiple times, but that's why I didn't come home with anything. Jacob got a hog nose, but that was sort of planned anyway, sort of. Yeah, he did. He got the merch.
You can plug it. It's our podcast. If you want to plug it, you can plug it.
I've got some new designs as well. Look, see that? It's got the snake. Wait, how am I doing this? It's got Riddler Reptiles written on it as well. But yeah, if anyone wants merch, shout out, because we've done the first round. It went very well. If you want merch, give me a shout. You got some merch as well, didn't you?
I did get some merch. We got some hats.
And so did Fee.
And we got a hoodie. Riddler should have got the Riddler. Riddler should have got. I'm skipping over. I spent way too much money.
Yeah, you did.
I'm not going to go into how much money I spent, but I spent more than I needed to spend. And then I came home and I was like, I feel so guilty that I spent all this money. And Fee was like, I brought a Ring doorbell. And I was like, okay, I feel a little bit better.
Yes, Fee. Which one do you prefer, the Riddler one or the Aya one? And don't feel bad about saying Aya, because I bought a t-shirt with that Aya design on it as well. I was like, I'm having one of them. Real talk. To be fair, that it was Rosie, Jacob's missus, that did these designs, and she's going to be doing a few more as well. So, yeah. As for the Vinegaroon, it is what it is, mate. Maybe one day.
I knew you were gonna. I was about to go. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
The Ragnar design is dope.
Yeah, it is. Again, that was Rosie. Shout out to Rosie.
Trying to send you a GIF at the system.
Oh, I wonder if is it because it's a live stream with two?
No, you can. I think it's because I haven't turned monetization on.
Right. Okay.
Thank you, though. I appreciate you, but I think it's because I forgot to turn monetization on, which means the super chats aren't active. But yeah, you can super chat, but I just haven't monetized it.
Fair enough.
We're here for love, guys, not money. But I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
What a stupid question. I did think it was a stupid question, but I thought I'd ask anyway.
She gave the eye hat a nice little smile.
Nice. I'll take that.
Yeah,
I'll take that.
She did give it a nice little smile, to be fair, so she liked it.
My missus was like, "Oh, should we get some done for the cats as well?" No.
Why? That's a stupid.
Fuck the cats.
Cats don't wear hats.
No,
I know. I was joking.
I know. That's crazy. I enjoyed that. For a split second, I was like, "Hang on," but no, that's class. The cats don't wear hats.
I was telling Fee when you were saying about when I was showing you the lizards, and you were like, because I couldn't see you because you're behind me, but you were like, do they need UVB? And then I was like, yeah. And I said to Pete, I was like, I generally thought he'd being serious.
Yeah.
Like, just generally, like, and then it processed as it was happening in real time. And I was like, He's joking.
He is joking.
But yeah.
Aya hats, yeah, buddy. It's come
I
out
got
quite
eye
well,
hats.
actually. It has come out quite well. I've
Gotta
not
take
got
care
one,
of
but
my
like I say, I've got a
shelf.
t-shirt.
I've inherited like 4 dads, which is
Yeah, I was
amazing.
about to say, isn't Scandinavian Goannas
Oh,
one of
he's
your
found
dads as
it.
well? Oh, there you go. Look at
Thanks, Dad. Love you.
that.
More than my own father gave me.
Unfiltered. I love cats, but seriously, fuck cats. Yeah, I love most cats. Mine annoy me.
People have them.
Oh, my missus wouldn't.
I
Like
haven't.
when we were on holiday, there were your cats running around the hotel. Love those cats. You know what I mean? I'll get some ham for them from the restaurant. I'll feed them the little bits of chicken. I don't know what it is about my cats, but they just piss me off.
You are just very good at not realizing what you have and then wanting more. So when you see cats, you're like, oh wow, and then you come home to cats, and you're like, fuck cats. I fucking hate cats.
No, I don't. I love cats. It's genuinely just my cats. They annoy me. Real talk. They annoy me.
Fuck cats.
Don't get me wrong. I like them to an extent, but they do fucking annoy me. Hopefully, the missus isn't watching this one. To be fair,
Is she an avid viewer?
No. She's probably asleep. To be fair.
Even worse, the bloody wild / stray cats. Father's love. Will was the lucky man. If I was in the US. ... That's a gun joke.
I like cats slightly better than dogs.
Don't you have stray dogs in Portugal? Jesus Christ, I don't know. I'll be honest with you, Doug. I'm sorry to have to tell you this, but he's a fake fan.
He's a fake fan. He was here early doors, and he even missed the reading out of his unpopular opinion. Doug, if you've got, I know you missed it, but if you've got any unpopular opinions, please let us know.
Oh, Amy's got Savannah cat.
Oh, that's cool.
An F4 Savannah cat. She's a big cat.
Yeah, I can imagine that. Like I say, mine are ragdolls, and they're just fucking annoying. Especially when you're eating at Greg's. I don't get many cats around here by Greg's, to be fair.
That's a weird.
Yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. I'm quite tired, to be fair. I had to do some electrical work today. It was really annoying.
Imagine me. Imagine that not being.
I had to do some electrical domestic work, and he's not even here to watch and say thank you, even though I didn't get to finish. Jacob, prick. A Bengal. Oh, Matt's got a Bengal as well. That's sick.
Matt's he's one of them. He needs a hypoallergenic cat.
Oh right, yeah. Again, same as my ragdolls. They're really annoying. My cats literally don't know how to eat chicken. Like Aya, she'll be at your feet. She could smash a whole chicken if you gave her the chance.
That could have been one of your monitors.
Wounded. God damn.
I don't know what's going on.
Will wants me to shoot the stray cat so you can feed them to Blue. It's good protein, I guess.
Jesus Christ.
Pew pew.
Australians do it right.
Right. Shall we get into IHS?
Yeah. First Reptile show, I went to ARC, ARC, Reptile show. Mm-hmm. Tiny little one. Myself and Matt went earlier this year, but I wouldn't have classed that as a reptile show. So this was my and your first ever reptile show.
Wait, this was your first reptile show?
Yeah.
Oh.
Other than that tiny ARC.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've never been. Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we lost our reptile show virginities.
We did. We lost our virginity together.
We did.
Mm.
So
someone's going to clip that as well, aren't they?
First impressions.
From what I've heard, I got unlucky.
Okay.
Because I had people that were basically Reptile Expo veterans saying that it's the worst one they've been to in years because of how small the space was, how packed it was, the lack of organisation and all of that. Mm-hmm. Now, don't get me wrong. I agree. It was far too packed. You literally, there were times that you were stood waiting to walk for 3 or 4 minutes. You know what I mean? You just nothing, because obviously,
and the rest.
and the rest, like,
Yeah.
because the thing is, people are stopping at tables to look at stuff. You're an expo, of course. You know what I mean? But then when you've got then 2 different directions of people trying to walk around them,
Yeah, I think a one-way system would have been so much better.
It would have been a lot better. Were they maybe not expecting that many people or something? I don't
No,
know.
I think.
Or was it just the venue was just too small?
No, from what I've heard, the venue was good, but they had a massive turnout.
Right.
Is what I've heard. So yeah, I mean, we got in early doors because we are members, gang. So we got early doors. We went up the night before, stayed the night before, a bunch of us. And that was really good. Like, we all went to the pub. It was myself, Matt, Michael, his mate Nathan, Dan, met up with Chris, and a couple of other people. And just like we're in the pub chatting, you know, people that I wouldn't see normally. You know, even Matt, him and I are like good mates, we only live an hour. We only see each other 6 weeks every 2 months, sort of thing. So not loads.
Yeah.
And
see, that part sounds sick, like going to the pub the night before.
Yeah, that for me was the best bit. And then like Michael, obviously I don't see him because he lives like 10 years north of the wall.
Yeah, he does. He's a Northling.
So seeing everyone, and then obviously meeting Dan for the first time. And then catching up with people. So we stayed the night before, got to the show early doors, and then Michael was off like a bloody fucking like a greyhound after a rabbit. He was gone. And then he comes around and he's like, "Oh, have you boys seen this? Oh, have you seen this?" And me and Matt are only at the first table. And it was busy, but it was fine, you know.
Yeah,
For the first 40 minutes, it was completely fine. Walked around, and within 5 minutes, 10 minutes of being there, Michael had been like, "See that table there with the lights? Go." And I'm like, so I go over and I go, "Fucking hell, Michael." He's like, get him. And I was like,
such an enabler.
Okay, I'll get them. And then we walked around again, and then Michael came over. He's like, "Come and look at this. Come and look at this. Come and look at this. Come and look at this." And then Matt was like, "Oh, do I get them?" And I was like, "Get them." And then, yeah, Matt, I think he posted them on Instagram today actually, but Matt got a little pickup. But the problem is with it, you need to buy when you see, because if you don't, especially with how I didn't know how busy it would be because I've never had a reptile show before, but like the animals that I got, if I didn't get them, I would have missed out. But we stayed all the way until the end when it was closing down, and it was not busy then. So we walked around and got a couple of deals. But I was seeing stuff. I was like, I've walked around this place like 5 times, 6, 7 times, and I never saw that. Like, so you miss so much purely because of how busy it was.
Well, let me just very quickly interrupt you, only because it's a good point that you make. If you see something and don't get it, it's going to go. I was one of the first ones in for the people that weren't members. We were quite far in front of the queue. We went right round, and then we went straight into the second room. I was going round, confirmed male tokay. Yeah. Regrown tail, but confirmed male. And I said, "Oh, blimey." I said, "I'm actually looking for a male tokay." And they looked at me and they went, "To be honest, this is the only confirmed male here. There's a table with 2 more tokays. One of them is a female. The other one is unsexed." So I was like, "All right." I said, "Have you got a lot of interest in this one?" "Yeah, we do, a lot." I was like, "I'm not sure. I'll um and ah about it. I'll think about it." And as I stood there, a lady did come up and go, "Oh, wow, you know, a male tokay. There is in blah, blah, blah." She didn't say, "I'll take it, whatever." And I was like, "Look, we'll see. I'll come back in a bit and I'll see what's going on." And they went, "We can't promise it will still be here." I was like, "I know, I'm not actually sure I'm going to go for it, but I do want a male tokay." Now, unfortunately, about 3 or 4 hours later, I was umming and ahhing, and I was like, I saw the other tokays and I was like, maybe I should just pull the trigger.
So I didn't see any tokays, and I
saw all
an
3
hour before you.
Yeah.
And I didn't see any.
Yeah. And I went back. I said to Jacob, I was like, "I'll be back in a minute. Let me just pop and see." I agree with that, though, to be fair. And I went in and I went, "All right, guys," I said, I'm assuming the tokay's gone." And she looked at me. She went, the second you left and walked away, the lady that came up after you came round and bought it there and then. And I was
That
like,
happened to Matt though with Matt's pickups. There was a kid. There was a kid behind him,
yeah.
like waiting to get to the table.
Mm.
Matt brought the animals, and the kid was like, and then walked off.
Yeah, yeah.
So if because Matt was like, oh, I'm gonna give it 2 minutes. I'm gonna walk away, and I said to him, I was like, if you walk away, they're gone.
Mm.
And that's exactly what he said to me when I was buying my animals. So it was only like bang to rights.
It's probably lucky then that none of you were with me when I saw this male tokay then, to be fair.
Oh mate, we're terrible. Like at the end of the show, I've posted them on Instagram. So there was some stenodactylus geckos, the little June geckos.
Yeah.
Damn it, Matt. Yeah, Matt's a bad influence. Shout out Matt as well. He messaged Fee and was like, can I get Paul a centipede? And Fee, I don't know the conversation, but Fee had agreed, and Matt has surprised me with some centipedes. Paul nearly ended up with 9. Yeah, stenodactyl, not centipedes. So at the very, very end of the show, we're walking around, and there was these June geckos, and there was like a little tiny like stand-up label of like this picture of these June geckos. And I was like, fucking hell, we've walked around this whole show and I've never seen them. I didn't see them this year. I said, how much are they? I can't remember how much. I think they were 30 quid each, I think. And there was 9. He was like, oh, I'll cut you a good deal on all 9. And I didn't have any money. I've already spent money that I don't have, and I didn't have any money.
I still owe you 30 quid, by the way, but yeah.
I know you do. I haven't forgot. Thank you, I haven't sent you my details, so I'm not blaming you because I saw your message. Anyway.
All right, Matt.
So I think he's saying about the stenos.
Oh, right, okay. I thought he was rubbing it in that I owe you 30 quid.
Hello, it's stenos.
Go on.
And he was like, I'll cut you a deal on all 9. And I'm like, I can't afford it, but go on, humour me. Let me know what I'm going to miss out on. Give me the deal on all 9. And then I'm like, and then he goes, okay, what's your best deal on 3? And he goes, says the price. And then Michael goes, what's your best deal on 5? And then the deal on 5 was better than on 3. And I was like, fuck's sake. And then Michael had a bit of cash on him. And he was like, if you want the money, I'll give you the money. And I was like, I've got the money in my account, but I don't want to, I don't have to do it. And I ummed and ahed on it. And I was like, fuck's sake. And then again, everyone was like, and I was just like, fuck it, I'll get them. And then I got them.
I mean, to be fair, the only time that I was with all of you that we were looking at stuff near the end, you showed me the red millipedes. And I was like, yeah, no, they are cool. And you went, yeah, but they're small. And I was like, yeah, but I probably shouldn't anyway. And then he said, yeah, but they're cheap and you can get a deal. And I was like, yeah, but I probably shouldn't. And then you went, are you going to get one? I went, I'm going to get 3.
It was they live with the stick insects. You were like,
yeah. I literally said, I was like, can they live with the stick insects? And the guy went, yeah. And I went, well, I'll have to get 3 then. Innit?
Are they Stimsons or are they Children's? I think they're the same thing now. But yeah, a guy we know had a pair of either Stimsons or Children's or Spotted. I don't know.
Oh, that was the one when someone was it Dan that goes to me, oh yeah, Michael's going to keep a couple of snakes in some tubs. Oh!
See, I can't remember what they were, but yeah. There's a pair of either Children's or Stimsons or whatever. Number one rule in life is don't listen to Paul. Considering I'm like Riddler's go-to guide for care on every single species on the planet, that's probably not the best thing to tell him.
I literally get told off because he's like, have you not researched this? And I'm there going, you are my research. And then you say that's how echo chambers are made. And I'm like, yeah, but you know your stuff. Just fucking tell me what to do.
I don't know my stuff.
Of course you do.
I just wing it, mate.
Yeah, but it's working though, isn't it?
Yeah, but I just listen to other people, and I'm like, yeah, they must be right. Even though I've never ever kept that species ever, I'm gonna go and spout out information about that species, even though I've never kept it. But people that I like are talking about it, so I'm gonna continue to push that information. Yeah. Sound about right?
It works.
Yeah.
I live, you know what I mean? I wouldn't be where I am without that.
Yeah, everyone was behind me, like, damn. I don't know how tall you are, Dan. 6'1", maybe. He was like rubbing my shoulders. He was like, "Come on, champ." And I'm like, and then he kept going, "Oh, lovely blonde hair you've got, Paul." I'm like, "Dan, you're getting a bit weird now." He's like, oh yeah, sorry, geckos. But yeah,
yeah.
I forgot what we were talking about. Man.
We were talking about, we've gone on a massive tangent. We were trying to talk about how our experience was with our first ever Reptile Expo. I don't even remember how far we got saying it. Oh yeah, it was good. It was too busy. It was uncomfortable.
Forgetting the negatives of the show though, because obviously it was busy and it was all that other shit. But like, how did you find it? Like, how did you find it? Your personal experience, not what other people on the internet are saying and shit. Like,
I really enjoyed it. It was I did sort of see it coming, that it was going to be very royal heavy, leopard gecko cresty heavy. But when you were walking around and you kept looking out for stuff, there was some sick animals that I've never even heard of before. I know that's not hard for me before anyone else says it. But the fact that you can walk around this room and you've got, this wild variety of animals. For someone like me who is a noob in this game, like real talk, all right, I've been keeping reptiles for 4 or 5 years now. I'm still a noob. It's as simple as that. Even the ones that you're putting in this group chat, and I'm like, I've never even heard of them, man. And I'm looking, and I'm like, I love my Cresty, but I'm like, I didn't even know that one existed. I didn't know you could. I didn't know. I've said this to you before. I didn't know that we, as normal average people, were allowed to keep monitors as pets. I didn't know that. I did not know that.
You're a noob.
I am a noob. So I really enjoyed it because obviously I got to see you lot as well. That's always a good laugh.
That's the main thing for me. Yeah.
It's a shame we couldn't stick around with you for much longer. And obviously, like I say, we did keep getting lost, and it's hard. We're trying to move with 7 or 8 of us.
Yeah, it was hard to stick as a group. We couldn't.
Wasn't happening.
We didn't go around in our group.
Nah.
It was mainly me and Matt, and then Michael and Nathan. And then
Dan
me
and Jacob, obviously,
with us.
Yeah,
and then you and Jacob.
But Dan was funny because I kept seeing him either I'd pick him up. I'd be like, all right, Dan, yeah, I've just gone out for a smoke and now I've lost everyone. I'm like, all right. And then I'd see him with you, and I'm like, Dan was just finding whoever he could and sticking around, which was quite good. But it was tough. Like, I'd have preferred to have more of a social, like when we went out to the van and the car. And
that was one of the better bits.
Good laugh. It was a good laugh. You know what I mean? We got to have a social because we couldn't stand in there and chin wag. There's no chance. No. But animal wise and taking the negatives away, I did really enjoy it. And I'll be honest, I'm personally proud of myself for how little I bought, because real talk, I nearly bought a Brazilian rainbow boa. I was walking past and I saw
how much
4
were
of
they
them.
there?
They were 90 or 100 quid. And I was looking at them and they were about 3 months old, I think he said. And he was like, these are ready to go. They're eating, they're blah, 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 this and that. And I was like, I don't have the space. He was like, yeah, but they grow really slowly. Like, you could keep it in a smaller one and you could slowly upgrade and slowly put it in. And I'm there like, I was like, if I do this, I can't. Part of me nearly said to him, deal. You've got a deal. I was this close. Real talk, I was this close. I didn't, because I know that at the minute, you can keep it. Of course you can. You can keep anything in racks if you're brave enough. I was close, but I thought I can't, because I'm trying to preach the fact that I'm trying to upgrade the animals I've currently got. If I go home with a new snake, I'm going to look like a fucking hypocrite and a bit of a wanker, more so than I already do.
You know what's mad? If we didn't start True Tales, I reckon you would have come home with an Aki and a Brazilian rainbow boa.
Quite possibly.
Because I don't think we would have got into as deep of a conversation as we did in episode 2 on voice note.
Yeah.
Because it just doesn't elaborate as much as that. It's like, I want to get an Aki off people. All right. And that's kind of how it would have gone.
Yeah. You literally said to me, you were like, well, Matt's giving you a Viv. I can bring an Aki if I've got one spare, because obviously you weren't sure if they had all sold. And you were like, yeah, done. All you need is the substrate and some lamps.
I need to tell Matt. I don't think I told Matt. No, Matt was in the car with me. I'll tell everybody else. So when me and Matt we went a round robin, dropped a few Akis off, and we had one that kept getting out. And then I gave 3 to Riddler to drop off his way of the country for me. So thank you for that. But
That's all right.
he dropped off some Akis for me. He's like, yeah, here's one, mate. Here's 2. Maybe this one's under the tissue bars. And then yeah, it got out.
It wasn't under the tissue.
We found it. Well,
I was like, oh god, because it was the second one I found. So I was like, yeah, there's one, mate. Yeah, beautiful. Oh, lovely. I'm so tempted. I said, yeah, it's I was like, might be under the tissue, Jacob. Do you want to check that and just have a look?
Mate.
Yeah. And I was like, and then I saw the third one, and I was like, yeah, there's a third one again. And then I just heard from the corner, like in the side, I just heard Jacob go, it's not under the tissue. I was like, and this was not in a secure box. It was in the polystyrene box. I was like, please be in this box, because if you're in the car, this getting home at 8:30 is not happening. And luckily, I moved the isopods out of the way, and I just saw this little shit sat in the bottom corner. I was like, gotcha, you little bastard. Got him in. Jobs.
Was he happy just because he hasn't messaged me?
He was one of those. He sort of didn't give much away, to be fair. He seemed really pleased, but it was very sort of, oh yeah, cool, nice one, thanks.
He didn't message, but I mean, I've been paid, so it is what it is.
Yeah. It's funny because obviously you sent me his details, and I said to Jacob on the car back, I was like, he still hasn't replied, and he was like, what if he doesn't? I went, well, we've got 3 Akis then, haven't we? And then
we've got money, we've got 3 Akis. Yeah.
Exactly, about 3 minutes later, I got a text. Hi, I've just seen your message. I was like, fuck, we haven't got 3 Akis. But it was all right. Like I say, he literally like, where do you want to meet? I said, M5, whatever services, meet there. We literally pulled in. He was there, gave him the Akis, and off we went. So, job was a good one. Easily done.
On the thing of you being tempted, and the guy was like, "Yeah, they go in tubs," and
he didn't say tubs. To be fair,
no.
He said you can get them in a smaller, like you can put them smaller.
Ghost, I don't know who you are, but the audacity to come in.
First ever message.
Start with
bro.
This. Tall enough, right?
Out of nowhere.
I am 2 and a bit inches shorter than Fee. That's how tall I am. I'm about 5'8". I'm a little bit under, but in shoes, I'm above 5'8", and you're probably not going to see me not in shoes. So I'm about 5'8" and a bit in shoes. So we're going to say 5'8", but you always round up, so I'm 5'9".
Okay, all right, that's where he was. You probably should have started with that, because for a minute it looked like you just come in. And
I take it back. One of us
just came out of nowhere. How tall are you, bruv?
Honestly, Fee's getting taller. Like today, she came in from work, and I was just like making wraps in the kitchen, no shoes on, and I was like, so I put my shoes on, and then I was like, not as much, but yeah, it's mad. But anyway, on the show thing.
Oh yeah, go on.
I didn't mean to say tubs. I meant to say they grow slow in bits and bobs. I found, rightly or wrongly, everyone there is on the sale, obviously, but it's very much like we need these animals gone.
Well, hence by the end, the Cresty was a tenner.
Yeah, and we saw a normal royal for a tenner.
We did, yeah.
We saw someone going, yeah, leopard geckos don't need UVB, it's a waste of money. And it's just, don't get me wrong, horses for courses, do what you want. I don't care. I'm not into the whole, I have my opinions, and my opinions, that's it, fine. But my biggest, the animals in small boxes and all that other shit, fine, it is what it is. You know, it's some people had nicer displays than others. It is what it is. But for me, anybody with money in their pocket could have brought anything that day.
Oh, easy.
And that's probably my biggest. Saw a lily white at the end for £20. Oh,
that's mad. That is mad.
I don't know what their going rate is nowadays, but
they were a few £100 a piece, weren't they?
So the retic, no questions. Just went, you take X amount for that one, and he said, "Yep." The thing is, that's the thing. It would happen anyway. Like if someone messaged that retic person and was like, "I'll buy a snake," the retic person, I assume, would be like, "Yeah, right," and that's just how it goes, you know. People get to the point where they just sell their animals. But the show is kind of like a breeding ground for that.
Mm.
And I think that's my biggest critique. The whole loads of people in one place with loads of animals in boxes and it's a cattle market argument that everyone sort of said to me, yeah, I see it, but I could look past that. And I for the most part, I actually really enjoyed going. I
still enjoyed it.
Yeah, I've said to Fee and Matt, I don't know if I would rush back, but purely just because of how busy it was. And it's a long weekend just to fucking be stuck in. Because I don't like people at the best of times, let alone being stuck in the middle.
From what I've seen, I think wasn't this sort of rushed? Like, didn't they have a venue cancel and they had to find another one in?
No, I don't. Yeah, they did, but I think
right?
I think they've had time.
Oh right, okay. Because isn't it usually in June or something?
It's June, and it's normally 4 times. It was 4 times a year, I think, in Doncaster.
Is it?
I think, and then obviously Doncaster got cancelled after being there for like however many years, and then it went to
Milton Keynes.
No, it went to Manchester.
Oh yeah,
it had one show at Manchester, and then it went to Milton Keynes. Had one show at Milton Keynes. Apparently, Milton Keynes was really good. And I'm sad I didn't go to that one because Milton Keynes is only like 2 hours from me.
Yeah, Milton Keynes would have been a lot closer than where we were.
And then, don't get me wrong, the weekend away makes it because, like I say, it's the Saturday. It's the same as AHH. It's the Saturday night where we all had a drink and a chat and stayed up until 2 a.m. talking about tree monsters. That for me was the whole point of AHH.
I'm hoping to do the whole weekend next year. Yeah,
we're doing the whole weekend. We're going to do the whole weekend. I need to book tickets for that. Michael keeps messaging me. But I'm definitely going to do the whole weekend for AHH. I really, really enjoyed both, but I prefer AHH. And I feel like AHH is a bunch of people coming together to learn about reptiles.
Yeah.
So you get the you get the community meet and greet, as in like you meet your friends and all that other stuff. You get that side of it as well as your learning stuff, which is nice. Don't get me wrong, like what I will say is a really good thing with the show. I picked up 3 species that I've always wanted. Well, when I say always wanted, I've always thought were cool. Like I've always been like, these are really cool. I don't know if I'll ever own these, but these are really, really cool, especially one species. And I'm like, these are really, really cool, but I don't know if I'll ever own them. And then being there in that moment and seeing them for a decent price has enabled me to get them.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I probably wouldn't have got them, rightly or wrongly, good or bad. But now I'm like, they're fucking amazing. And why did I not get them 10 years ago? And I know Matt feels the same with what he picked up. Like, it's something you always want, but the opportunity just doesn't come up and you're too busy looking for the next monitor or the next pair or the next this. And sometimes it does take just going to a show, having these animals presented to you, having a couple of mates be like, oh, they are fucking cool, like they'd be really good for your room and all this, that and the other.
Yeah.
And now I've got them, I can't stop looking at them.
Right.
And
mate, every video you send in that group chat, I'm there like, that is sick.
I was up for 3 hours last night, literally 3 hours on my son's. So my son's nearly 6, so he's probably about as tall as me, but a small human. And he's got a tiny little chair for his little desk where he draws. Yeah. And the little chair is just the right height to sit to level with my 2 smaller enclosures. And I just sat there for like 3 hours last night, just like watching these animals just go rampant on some crickets.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is what keeping reptiles is about, man. Not like, and I'm like, I've done it wrong. Like getting all these big mangroves, I've fucking done it wrong. And like, no, nothing against tree monitors at all. I love tree monitors. Arguably my favorite animal that I keep. But the money I spent on 20 new animals, admittedly, I got them all cheap. But the money I spent on 20 animals isn't a third of a tree monitor price. You know what I mean? So I could have brought 60 animals or 1 tree monitor
But then would you say it's worth it though? Like, do you see what I mean? Like, is the price of that tree monitor worth that price?
What do you define as worth?
But this is what I'm saying.
I'm enjoying these. Oh fuck it! I got toad-headed agamas. I enjoy these toad-headed agamas more than I enjoyed a tree monitor when I first got my tree monitors. To when I first got these toad-headed agamas, I wasn't watching my tree monitors like I'm watching these toad-headed agamas, and then it could be because I've progressed in my keeping. I am enjoying subtleties and behaviors, but then also like tree worth to me because I see them as pets. So the price is almost irrelevant. But if I had a choice, 10 toad-headed agamas or half a tree monitor, you know, or like one tree monitor or 10 toad-headed agamas, I'm going to take 10 toad-headed agamas. And I'd have change, like a lot of it. At least with the species that I have, because they're not the expensive species. There are some, there's the wide-headed or whatever they're called, they're quite expensive. But don't get me wrong, Kermit and Kato are possibly my favorite in my room. So but I also didn't pay. I paid thousands, but not thousands and thousands.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I paid just a bit over $2,500 for both of them. So
okay.
Yeah, I got them cheap.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
I got them before the whole world come crashing down.
Yeah.
So I got them.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I think Jacob saw a blue tree monitor on Morph Market earlier on for 2.4 thousand euros.
Yeah. There's some desert chameleons on for sale in the UK at the minute.
Desert chameleons?
Yeah, they're like $2,500. But they can handle 40 degrees. So my room is ideal. Let's see what the chat's saying quickly. Not much, but would be up for that stuff also. I'm assuming AHH. I think the difference seeing them in person and online. Yeah, at the show with the animals. Yeah. 100%, mate. I massively agree on that. My experience going to Reptile shows is I've waited until the last day to go and waited until the end to buy and been able to get better price. Yeah, that's true. But here in the UK,
risked losing it.
We only have one Reptile show. We now have two. ARC is doing it bigger and better. I think I was going to vend ARC, but they're doing it on the 11th of November, which is the day before my son's birthday.
Where is it?
Kent. So not miles away. So it's ticketed entry, which is better. But it's much smaller.
Well, to be fair, I know. Well, I've only just seen the post today on Facebook, right, which is a bit late. But the fact that they didn't take card for entry pissed me off. They've got their reasons behind it.
Oh, at the Reptile show.
Yeah, I didn't have cash. I did not have cash on me. I didn't know it was a cashless.
They did post on their Facebook like before.
But the problem is I didn't see it until today. That's the problem with doing it on social media. That's the thing. I got there and
how else did they do
people. But I don't know. I don't know. Like, it's maybe not their fault, but it just annoyed me because nowadays I don't carry cash. It's all card. It's very rare I've got cash. So the fact that I got there and he was, £10, please. Can I have a card? No. If Jacob wasn't next to me with a spare tenner in his pocket, which, shit, I owe him money as well. Whoops. What was I going to do? Am I going to lose my place in line to go out and find a cash point that was 20 minutes away to go back and stand 2 hours in the queue to then get in? No. So that annoyed me. But again, that was one of the negatives. But maybe now I know for next time. I don't know.
I mean, it is common knowledge Reptile shows are cash.
But
that is common. That is common knowledge. It was my first one, and I knew that.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Dan didn't know that.
Yeah.
Dan was a bit like, oh, fucking hell, like, really? And they did post it on their socials, so I will defend them in that, because what else do they? They're not going to call you and go, hello, Mr. Riddler. By the way, it's cash only.
They should do. Do they not know who I am?
If you didn't look, then that's on you.
But it just didn't occur to me. It just didn't occur to me to check if it was cash or calf.
No, I
'cause-
get that, and I'm sure a
Mm.
lot of people were in the same boat. But like I say, in their defence,
Oh yeah. I
they
get
did
that.
post
but-
about it.
yeah.
And as far as I'm aware, reptile shows have always been cash.
Mm.
I've never been,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I've always been under the illusion that they're cash.
Mm.
But I get your point. We
Yeah.
went to a cash point the night before.
Yeah.
Drew out a load of money that I don't have.
Mm.
Um,
Well, what did sort of annoy me, because like I say, at this point I still didn't know it was just cash. But when me and Jacob stopped for breakfast in the morning, we stopped at services, and we looked and went, "Oh, cash point. We'll get some cash out in a minute." Did we fuck? We ate our Burger King breakfast, and off we went, and we
on
got
our merry way.
We got about another halfway, and he went, "Oh shit, we didn't pull out any money," and I went, "Ah, be all right."
See, it's on you. Jacob tried to save you. The face of Riddler Reptiles.
I hope he's not watching this now, because he'll
He's probably
remember
not
that.
here.
No. Probably watching the Arsenal game. Dan, if you're still in the chat, let me know what the Arsenal score is, please.
Problem with the show is I was planning to get a beauty snake that gets 7 foot, but ended up with a carpet python that gets 10 foot. So you're only saving 3 foot. But yeah, that is a problem. It is a problem. Perhaps they didn't want you to come. They didn't want a guy going around going, "Come to my stream, come to my stream."
Please come and see me. 4-0.
On it.
Big up.
Arsenal losing.
I don't believe you for a second.
Who
Not
you
for
playing?
a second. I don't know.
Fake fan.
Yeah. Fucking.
Fia's answer when AHA 17th. Is that when it is? 16th and 17th. So yeah, I'll probably drive up the Friday night, stay Friday night, stay Saturday night, come home Sunday.
Mm.
Oof. Anyway, enough of this football shit.
Yeah, sorry, geese. I just had to make sure.
Right. But yeah,
I've just had a thought. You know, you were saying about the guy saying about Brazilian rainbow boas growing slowly.
yeah.
Did you elaborate on that?
Yeah, I was just saying.
I
was just saying about people. Carpet pythons get 10.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Coastal females, they do average out like 9-10 foot.
AHH is at Drayton Manor.
Yeah, wherever that is in the world.
It's just outside of Birmingham, innit? Or inside Birmingham? Can't remember.
I don't know.
Ken, it's closer to you than it is to me, to be fair. But yeah.
But yeah, I was basically saying that people are on their sales pitch and they try and just sell. That's what I made the point.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I couldn't remember that. Yeah.
But which isn't a bad thing. And I was going to say about the ARC, I wouldn't mind vending a show. And I probably could if I saved a few animals. So I've got a bunch of eggs. And Aki's sold at the show more than I sell mine for. So I would have cleaned up. And no offense to the Akis that were there, but mine are the nicer and cheaper. But yeah, I think turning up with a couple of extra terrors set up with some monitors, I think would be pretty cool.
Obviously, you don't have to. I know you've mentioned what one of them is, but your new geckos and lizards and stuff that you bought, are they pets or are they going to be breeding projects? Or both?
They're pets, but they will breed.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, I'm not saying they will breed, but I'm going to keep them. So one of them is parthenogenic, so it lays eggs anyway.
Oh, sick.
So, but they only lay one clutch a year. They only lay one clutch of 2 eggs a year, so not like morning geckos that just pop out eggs all the
every
time.
4 minutes.
Yeah, so they only lay one clutch a year, and I have 4, so I'll only get up to 8 eggs a year, being well. And then the other ones are unsexed group, but yeah, I hope to breed them.
Yeah, that's good. Oh, yeah.
I don't class anything as don't get me wrong, I do keep pairs and I do breed, but I don't look at anything as a breeding project.
Well, the funny thing is, this is I don't want to say argument. This is a conversation me and Emma having at the minute. Obviously, I'm trying to sell some royals. Yeah, I'm trying to move them on. I'm like, we should sell that one as well. She's saying no. And I'm like, but she's like, there are pets. And I was there going, no, they were breeding projects. Like, there are pets, fine. But we bought them to breed them. And she's there going, no, they're our pets. Like, we bought them as pets. We should keep these ones and upgrade. And I'm there. It's something we're battling against each other with at the minute. It's because I see what she's saying, and I think she can see what I'm saying. But where's the middle ground? Like, literally, I do feel bad that I've bought them and now I'm moving them on. It does almost feel a little bit irresponsible. But at the same time, I was going to breed royals. Simple as that. I bought them because I was matching them to the different colours I wanted. And now that I know I'm not doing that, I'm happy to go, right, I can sell you. But she's like, but we've named him. That's our pet. And I'm there going, but it's not. You know what I mean? And it's this constant battle at the minute.
No, I agree with her. Where my mindset is, I know exactly what you're saying. But I've never been in the mindset that I'm going to... I've never acted on the mindset I'm going to buy you to breed you.
Again, I was in the wrong, like you've said before, I was in the wrong echo chambers initially. It's as simple as that. I was watching the wrong YouTubers. I was talking to the wrong people.
Tell your missus who looks after them.
I have.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
he's
here
here.
he is. Oh, Christ. How did it make you feel seeing... that's a very, very good question. Very good question. And I think, to be honest with you, I wonder, I was about to say, if I'd have been to a reptile show before getting royals, would I have wanted to breed royals, seeing how many there were? It could have gone one of two ways. I could have seen it and gone, shit, these royals are going for some good money. I tell you what, I need to get on breeding.
We all had sweepstakes that you were going to go. we were like, right, £10 on riddlers coming back into breeding royals.
Or the other side would have been, shit, this is saturated. There's nothing but royals here. What's the point in me getting involved? And then I've got to drop them to £10 at the end of the show. There's no point.
Pyramid scheme, baby.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Good segue.
If you're not at the top,
that's why no one wants royals. That's why, and it sounds harsh, but no one wants them because they are standard.
Yeah, so they're either you're a pet keeper at the very bottom of the pyramid and you don't care about breeding. Your significant other, they're her pets. She's at the bottom of the pyramid. I'm at the bottom of the pyramid. Like, I don't have any pyramid scheme animals, to be fair, but bottom of the pyramid, they're your pets. Top of the pyramid is your, I don't know, fucking, is it Justin Cabelica or some shit?
Yeah.
Like, top royal boys, I don't give a fuck. But the top royal boys, they're the top of the pyramid. And they're feeding you, going, oh yeah, buy my plan and you'll win all this money.
And the hot morph this year is going to be this one.
You enter the pyramid on your financial resources. So if you've only got $2,000 to invest into breeding royals, you're at the very fucking bottom of the pyramid. And you're competing with a lot of people. And any morph of any species enters the pyramid scheme. Cresties, Leos, Royals, fucking fat tails. Anything that's a morph, you're either a pet keeper of it or you're at the top of the tree. Anywhere else, you've lost. You've just lost. The one obviously the one tier down, not too bad. 2 tiers, not too bad. Obviously, like any pyramid scheme, the closer you are to the top, the better. But that's all done on money. And the person at the third only buys off the person at the second, who only buys off the person at the top. The person at the top's not saying to the person at the below. It all fucking trickles down. And
also, these animals are bred for idiots to buy. Like, people who want a pet royal aren't spending 16 grand on a royal that they're going to keep in a 4x2x2.
You only buy off the person above you, or if 2 people above you. Like, say, let's just say you are 17th in the pyramid. And if you can get a royal off someone who's 15th in the pyramid, you think, oh, fucking hell, yeah, I'm leveling up.
I'm leveling up. Yeah. Real talk.
And this is why, like, on your most recent podcast, like, she was saying about breeding cresties and bits and bobs, and I commented on it, and I was like, it's just a pyramid scheme. No matter how wholesome your own intentions are, doesn't matter if you're, for example, let's just say you start to breed royals in Vivs, right? Who gives a shit? I can go and buy it off Matey at the show who's selling it for a tenner because he wants to fucking get rid of it. Who gives a shit that yours have got UVB? I don't give a fuck. That one. I'm
not breeding royals again. I'm not.
No, but this is what I'm saying.
No, I know, but
even if you're being an ethical keeper, people want the cheapest animal. Majority of people don't support ethical breeders. So I had someone today message me.
Well, they want the cheapest thing.
Gilleneye. How much are you Gilleneye? Still got Gilleneye? Yep, got Gilleneye. My Gilleneye, £325. Okay. I'm doing 3 for 800. Okay, right. So that's £175 off if you buy 3.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, that makes them at £266 each. Would you do 2 for 575? Fuck off. Fuck off. I'm not selling to you. I will not sell to you.
Yeah.
The money's irrelevant.
Yeah.
I'm in a niche where I can pick and choose who I need to sell to because I have a cool species that I'm super passionate about. And if I want to sell to someone for cheap, then I will. If I want to sell to someone for my going rate, I will, because I can, there's a couple other people sitting on eggs, but I'm not part of a pyramid scheme.
Yeah.
And people can choose to pay my prices and see that my animals are raised under halogens, LEDs, UVBs, naturalistic enclosures. If they don't want to subscribe to that, then fuck off.
Yeah.
And in 6 months' time, I don't have to go, oh, Jesus Christ, I better have to move these Gilleneye on. Like, I can pick and choose. So I don't get a bit annoyed with it, because the whole thing at the start with every animal needs to be bred for a reason. Or, sorry, there needs to be a reason behind breeding, or whatever the fucking question was. It's like ethical breeding can't exist in morph situations, because for the most part, I will support an ethical breeder. I'm sure you would support an ethical breeder, but the hobby doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not my job to try and change that. But I have a platform and I can try and voice to stop people getting into the pyramid scheme. I had someone message me today actually going, I was bound to buy a mangrove monitor, so close to buying a mangrove monitor. My ADHD took me onto YouTube, mangrove monitor care. I came across your video and oh my God, you fucking saved me. And I was like, you're welcome, bro. So I think it's important to say this sort of shit. And I've gone on a fucking rant there like I always do. But I mean, you can talk us through it. I think you start all starry-eyed. You're like, fucking hell, like these boys are making £2 million a year from fucking snakes in tubs.
Mm-hmm.
And regardless if you're going into it for the money or not, that life, like I was at work the other day, this is honest truth, 2 days ago, I was at work and I was having like a panic attack, a breakdown at work. I was that unhappy and that proper worked up. And I generally thought to myself, I was like, if I just bred fucking animals in tubs, I could get out of this. And I understood it.
It comes from a place of desperation. It really does. Because let's just say, for example, you can breed, let's just say royals. If you can breed royals where each baby is worth £1,000 a piece, sell 30 of them and you've made your yearly,
income.
Yearly income with 30 animals. Now, how good does that sound? On
100%.
paper, all you've done is put a male snake in with a female, or a few times. You've got them to shag and you've sold their babies and you don't have to set foot in a place of work. That sounds sick. However, then in comes the ethical side of things. Every time I walk in here now, I look at my rack and I hate myself. Some people don't get that. Some people are happy to have an entire unit dedicated to racks on racks on racks on racks and have their breeding aspects and things like that. And all right, it becomes almost like a full-time job, but they're breeding snakes in tubs and they're earning more than I earn as an electrician. So that's where it comes, like you say, starry-eyed. You see the possibilities, but the problem is you're not going to do that by breeding one gene animals. You've got to invest the money first. You've got to sink 10 grand into these animals first. But I haven't got 10 spare grand to be spending.
You just sell to the person below you.
Yeah. That's why I can't sell, because the only people that I can sell to are probably just going to be pet keepers, which is fine. I'd rather that.
The very bottom people that, but because the economy and the market is shifting, you see all these royal people selling up shop now because it's changing. And like I've said this before so many times, if you're keeping from pasture, like Ackies, right? They're fucking worthless at the minute. They really are.
Yeah.
And I'm popping out Ackie eggs left, right, and fucking center. A couple of years ago, they were 200 quid a go. I was selling mine at 150, 160, and they were flying out. They're half the price that now. Give it 5 years, they'll be back up at the 200. I'll still be breeding Ackies because I love Ackies. The amount of pairs of Ackies that have been for sale in the last year because they're not worth anything. And you never make money chasing a trend.
Mhm.
You only make money if you're talking about it, money if you get lucky and hit a trend. So let's just say, for example, because I've just hatched Gil and I, let's just say all of a sudden Gil and I have, boom,
Yeah.
coincidentally, I've hit the wave at the right time. There's the money.
£500 an animal. Yeah.
They used to be, and I got
Yeah,
33 eggs.
Yeah.
I know. But yeah, don't get me wrong. I've got a nice bit of change sitting in my incubator, and I generally do. If they
Yeah.
all hatch and they all sell for what I'm hoping to sell them for, like I'm not going to try and shy away from that. Like I've got
Yeah.
quite a few eggs from Gillenite and Aki's, but I'm open about it. I'm not like going to fucking sit here and be like, oh well, I've only got 6 eggs, and you know they're quite scarce, like some people do. I've got 33 eggs.
Yeah.
Whether they all hatch or not, I don't know.
Mm.
Like, I'm not here to make money. I'm here to be honest. Like I have a lot of Gillenite, and I'm very excited that I'm going to be able to get a species that I'm passionate out to the hobby.
Yeah.
You know, and there's already 3 people that I've offered them for fucking cheap because it's not about the money.
Yeah.
I offered one kid like quite a good price on 3. So, I don't know. I just like we spoke about it before when I think I was a guest on your podcast. I'm coming away from the hobby. Like I really don't. I have no interest in the reptile hobby anymore for what the hobby, like what the hobby is. You know, I'm just doing my own thing. Like I much preferred being a keeper when no one knew who the fuck I was. And I had no standards to hold myself accountable to. I was still a twat in my own brain. I was still like, oh, this is not fucking good enough. I just talk about it on the internet now. But like I said to you in voice note, you're going to have to give them snakes away because you're at the bottom of the pyramid.
Mate,
Sadly.
I've cut the prices. They are
I haven't
slashed.
looked. I saw on your story. But...
Slashed, mate. Absolutely slashed. But even then, they still might not sell. I've got these animals that, because obviously the thing is, I want to upgrade everyone as and when I can. But obviously, if I can move someone first and properly upgrade the ones that I keep, then all well and good. But the minute, nothing, absolutely nothing. You know, it's tough. It is. It's tough because I've got myself in this position and now I can't currently get out of it.
And then imagine if, fuck, I forgot to give my monkey test injection. Good luck, Matt.
Yeah, very good luck.
Imagine if you did breed and you had 15 babies right now and you're just sitting on them because no one's buying them, and you start lowering the price. And then when does it get to the point where, you know, ethics go out the window because you have to get those animals gone? And I said this to you way back in December when you messaged me originally. I was like, mate, why the fuck are you doing this?
Yeah.
You know, like moving on animals, as you know, because you've had baby royals, moving on animals that aren't worth anything or in a saturated market, regardless if they're ethically bred or not, is a nightmare.
Yeah, it is.
It's a nightmare. So, well, that's the chat saying.
Excuse me.
No plans to breed my snakes at all. As IHS proved, there's way too many royals over saturated market. All you need
to do is go on Morph Market, yeah, and you'll see royals. 40, 50,000 royals in Europe alone.
Mad. So many royal collections up for sale, people getting out.
Yeah.
You need to get ready for the next wave. If the animal ever becomes more popular again, but for business, just keep what you're passionate about. And if you're lucky, they'll hit the trend again. If you're not, then you're still happy because you're keeping what you love. You can't lose. I've seen people chase trends, and by the time their pairs breed, then the market was already flooded, and they keep moving the babies. Yeah, and then you just have a sour taste in your mouth, and you fall out of love with the hobby because you're too busy. Like, oh come on, I could get 10 grand from one clutch, or whatever the case is. You know, these are fucking. Like, I mean, I've been saying from day one, going back to the whole point of how this conversation started, breeders or pets. I find it mad. We put prices to our animals. And don't get me wrong, I still have some in that room which I put prices to.
Yeah.
I'm not squeaky clean.
Yeah.
But I am getting to a point now where I'm like, I wouldn't sell that animal for any money for a majority of my collection. And I think it's incredibly unethical. We all do it, and I'm still moving animals on now, but we all bring animals in and then go, it's not a fit, it's not this, and we sell it. I think it's fucking ridiculous that we do that. Because for the most part, you don't do that with fucking cats and dogs.
No.
Situations change. That's completely different. I'm not talking about that.
But
I'm
if you were
talking
to say to
about.
someone, "Do you want to buy my cat because I don't want it anymore?" You'd be dragged through the mud. I don't
Yeah,
want my
yeah.
dog anymore. It's not part of my plans. They'd go, "You just fucking, it's a dog. How dare you? That's disgusting." But me saying these snakes aren't part of my plans anymore, I want to get rid of them. People go, "Oh, all right, fair enough."
So
Mad.
I think it's mad that you say it though, because I have that mind
Mm.
where you're like, oh, you know, they're just breeders. That to me makes me feel sick.
Part of me, like I say, because we've named them, and we do love them. Don't get me wrong. I know each and every one of them and things like that. But real talk, unfiltered, they were bought as breeders.
No, yeah, yeah.
Simple as that. Yeah.
No,
But
yeah.
which is why now that I've said I'm not going to breed royal, even in Vivs, I've now decided, because I know there was a time where I'm in an R in. Do I breed them again when they're all in Vivs? Blah blah blah. No, I don't breed them again when they're in Vivs. I'm not going to do it. There's no point. There's absolutely no point.
No, I sell a lot of my Ackies to shops.
All right, real talk. Yesterday or the day before, I messaged about 4 or 5 shops in Devon. No one's got back to me.
But how
I
much?
even went
You don't have
into
to tell me
one.
the prices, but
Yeah,
how much were you offering them? Because the shops they
I
pay
haven't even told them
a.
prices.
Oh, okay,
I've literally
okay.
said, "Would you be interested in some adult royals?" There was one I went into that is local. I was just buying some bugs and things like that, and I said to the guy behind the counter, I was like, would you guys be interested in any adult royals at all?" And without
He
even
laughed.
hesitating, no, not even that. He just went, "No, no."
Yeah.
I was like,
They know, mate. They know they're just dead
"Okay,
money.
yeah." So okay, no worries.
The only way you'd
Um,
probably get away with it is if you gave them to shops, because then they could sell them for like 20 to 50 quid,
yeah,
turn a profit. I sell a lot of Ackies to shops.
mm,
It's a lot easier for me. You know, I sell a few privately, but for them, I'm not selling any Gillenite to shops, because I'd rather hold on to them than wholesale them, because
yeah,
the money I'd rather just keep them and raise them up.
mm,
Um, I'm Shops have to make a profit. It is what it is. But I
yeah,
wholesale to a shop. Shops sell then for more than breeders sell for.
mm,
People then have to pay more to get the species.
mm,
I'd rather just sell the species.
yeah,
But then at the same time, like, there are some species that don't seem to sell. A shop gets it, sells. So
hmm,
shops have outreach and stuff. So, you know, it's a hard one. But for me, the gill and I'm not planning on wholesaling. I've got a couple of shops I have really good relationships with, and I sell a lot of stuff to them.
mm,
And I do think you need you do need reputable shops and have good reputations with reputable shops. And the relationship goes both ways. You know, you can't just be always, oh, you can have animals cheap off me, and then, you know, nothing comes back. So
mm.
you have to have a give and take with both. Adults of
Yeah, of
every animal
course.
are harder to move on. Yes, exactly.
Well, yeah. That's another problem I'm facing, because who wants to go into a pet shop and buy an adult royal? People
No
want them
one.
as babies, don't they? My only chance is to offer them for next to nothing, or hope that someone who wants a pet snake, a pet adult snake, wants them, or a breeder, because they're at breeding weight, most of them. So I've just got to hope that someone comes in and goes, "Oh yeah, I was looking for that." Otherwise, these snakes are stuck in the fucking rack for a bit longer.
What's the numbers that you've both agreed on that are going at the minute?
Agreed on. Uh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It was 8, but 2 of them have gone. And there's another 3 that I would look at getting rid of. But she's disagreeing.
She a real one, Matt.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
So
But I get
6
what she's saying. I understand what she's saying. But at the end of the day, the selfish part of me as well, which I can say unfiltered, I want to move these royals onto that. I've got more room for, in the future, having different species. It's as simple as that. Call me a prick, whatever you want. The reality and the truth is, the less royals I've got, the more room I've got for a Brazilian rainbow boa, an Aki, garter snakes, which I think, you know, would be sick. Maybe some amphibians. If I've got 8 royals in 4x2x2s or 4x18x18s, I haven't got a mansion. I mean, I've already maxed it out, really.
What is mad as well, though, like a royal, again, I've said it before, a royal and a 4x2x2 is it's better than what you're in. But if you've got 8 in 4x2x2s, don't get me wrong, those royals are going to go to smaller than 4x2x2s. Like, they just are. But
yeah,
for me, like, that's too small. And these animals are going into that or smaller when you could have an animal like a garter snake where a 4x2x2 would be a big enclosure for a garter snake rather than a enclosure.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the problem when you end up in the wrong side of the hobby, because I imagine there are thousands of people that are in the same boat.
Well, this is the thing. Obviously, when I first got into the hobby, it wasn't long after that I ended up part owning a reptile shop. So one of the biggest reasons for getting these snakes was to breed them, cut out the middleman, and have a stock of snakes to sell with the reptile shop. That messed up, and now I'm up shit creek without a paddle. It's a tough situation because obviously that was a shit fucking situation as it was anyway. But what can you do? How many does that leave you with?
So if you get rid of the 9.
So if I get rid of all of them, that will leave me with 1, 2, 3, 4, I think. I think that would leave me with 4.
So she wants you to keep 7.
No, I think she wants us to keep 6, sorry.
Fucking hell. It's a lot of royals.
I did say the whole thing of I'm the one that feeds them. I'm the one that pays for the food. I mean, she obviously said, look, I don't expect you to pay for the money. I pay for the snakes and things like that. But I said, look, I don't expect both of us to pay for them because I'm the one that looks after them. They were the thing that I did and blah, blah, blah. So it's one of those, there's both sides to this argument. It's a tough one because they're her snakes as well. But like I say, I've said to her, I'm the one that looks after them. But it's hard. It's a hard one. Like she's looking at it with her heart, which I respect that. I really do. You know, she's looking at them and like you agree, these are our pets. We would be irresponsible to buy them and just move them on like they're nothing. But then my side of the fence, I guess you could say,
if you're not going to care for them, like unfiltered, adequately, here's food, here's water, get fucked, which I've done with animals before. You know, you care for them, but you don't have affection towards them. Then you should sell them, regardless of what she thinks. Because it's unfair on the animal. Because if you are just going to go, there's your food, there's your water, and
there's no joy there, is there?
Exactly,
there's no joy.
It's unfair on the animal.
All you're doing is sustaining a life that's at subpar life anyway. So what's the point? Like, all right, you could say I could upgrade him as well. Like one of the ones that she really wants to keep, I could upgrade him.
But then if you upgrade him, he's still going to do the same. You're less likely to spot immediately as it's done a poo. You're less likely to spot like if it's shit because you're not sitting and watching it as much as you are your other species. And like I say, I've said this before. Anyone here that says they spend 100% equal time with all of the animals, you're lying, and that's fine. But first thing I do when I go into my room is I play with the Gillanai and I play with the tree monitors. Check on Mango. The other mangroves are nowhere to be seen. All right, the Ackies, you're still alive. You know, fucking hell, I've got a boss. Yeah, Jesus Christ, let me check on you.
Yeah. Because that's the thing. Like, I have found myself now that I've started getting new and different and more exciting. I say more exciting. I do like the Royals, but more so. For example, the Tokay. I'm pretty obsessed with this Tokay.
That will become part of the furniture, though, like it always does. Because you imagine you were excited when you got Royals.
Yes, but her enclosure, which, like I say, to be fair, I've not done the video. Well, I've not finished the video yet. The Viv itself is the best Viv I have ever built and set up ever. I'm buzzing over it. The milk snake, the character that snake has got is mad. There was one night a little while ago that I was just sat watching her for a little while she was exploring and climbing and shit. Mad. Like, these are animals that I wouldn't get rid of. So that also leads to the whole thing of, well, I don't feel that way with some of the royals, so I'd be happy to move them on. It's harsh, but at the same time, it would be better for me and the animal, because if that animal that she wants to keep ends up in a 4x2x2 with someone who wants their first pet snake, he's going to do a lot better than he is with me, because I'm just like, it's feeding time. There's a rat.
Have you told her that?
But we've sort of had a discussion about it, to be fair, but comes and goes, to be fair.
How often does she interact with the snake she wants to keep?
Well, according to her, because like I say, I said to her, when do you ever, I said to her, like, if I was to sell that snake, you wouldn't know. You literally wouldn't realise. And she countered me and said, no, there are times that when I'm in there, I do check on them and I do look at them. So I was like, fine. But because she was like, I'm so busy, parenting and things like that. She's like, I don't have a chance.
We keep them not in my reptile room. If you want to keep them, they're not in. Like, Fee wanted a tortoise, right?
Yeah.
Completely fine. Not going to combat it. It doesn't take up my space. So the tortoise is in the lounge.
Yeah.
If you want these animals, they go in your space. If not, I'm moving on these animals. Like, don't get me wrong, like, Fee, don't listen to Paul. Like, Fee doesn't want me to sell Bumpy, the Bosk. Happy wife, happy life. Fee doesn't want me to sell my Bumpy's still up in the air, I'll be honest. Fee doesn't want me to sell Dragon, the bearded dragon. I will never, ever, ever sell Dragon, the bearded dragon, because one, I, the main care provider, like the animal, enjoy the animal, and two, Fee generally does come in, lets him out. I get selfies of them too while I'm at work, so I know this is her
actively pet. Enjoys this animal,
like it's her pet. And to be fair, Fee plays with Bumpy as well, so it's not like it's just a dragon. Fee does let Bumpy out and then plays with Bumpy. So, but it's a bit different because Bumpy's in an 8-foot Viv, and our lounge isn't even 8 foot long. So, but that's what I would say to Fee though, because I said to her with the tortoise, I was like, if you want a tortoise, cool, but the tortoise is going in your space, not mine. And don't get me wrong, we didn't get the tortoise. We did get the tortoise together, but we didn't get the tortoise together. Then all of a sudden, I didn't want the tortoise. Now I'm like, well, it's got to go in your room now. She's like, I want a tortoise, and I was like, all right, but again, it's not taking up my space. She was like, yeah, cool, we'll put it in the lounge. You didn't say that, big man. What didn't I say? Don't test me, girl. Come up here
big
right
man.
now.
Big man.
Yeah, I'm tall. Either that, she's calling me fat.
I was about to say, I don't think she's calling you tall.
But yeah, I can see both sides. But for
I
me,
can
then,
as well.
For me, I think she needs to. She then needs to take ownership of the snakes that she wants to keep. If I'm honest, keeps you. What are you on about? Just before we carry on, because it's getting lost, Drew, if you're still here, thank you very much for the super chat. What would you recommend for a beginner Aki? My skinks are healthy, and I'm looking for a larger companion. For loads of detail, and I'm not going to refer to this because this is just funny. Paul's first video on YouTube is a fairly rambled but detailed care guide. If you're on Instagram, message me, and I will give you all the time in the world. But for the most part, 4x2x2, find a decent breeder, 130-degree basking spot, deep soil, nice high UVB LED. If you get one off a good breeder, pretty much Aki's are bomb-proof. As long as you've got the nice, good basking spot, some rocky outcrop slate, plenty of climbing opportunities, climbable walls if you can, rocks, wood, sandy soil, just play sand, topsoil mix. Spray them down twice a week lightly and feed them every other day, just throw in a bunch of bugs. You're pretty much good to go there. But yeah, I do feel for you, mate, because what I will say is, to be devil's advocate, you sell all the royals, right? You get the Brazilian, you get the Aki, you've got your Tokay, as you mentioned, you got your milk snake, as you've mentioned, and then you get I don't fucking know, a tiger salamander or some shit, right? 6 months later down the line. But yeah, Drew, if you need any more help, mate, just message me on Instagram if you're on Instagram. I'm a bit slower nowadays at replying, but I will get back to you with as much detail as I can. 6 months down the line, a year down the line, in pool fashion, but also, as we know, Riddler fashion, what next?
Mm-hmm.
I do it.
Mm-hmm.
You do it. So that's just devil's advocate. So what happens if all these new species just become the royals?
Do you know what? I think my biggest problem at the minute is the fact that I almost feel like I'm being held back by having snakes in a rack. This is my concern. I almost feel like I can't be part of this community and this hobby because I'm keeping in a rack. Like anything after that, once that's gone, it's almost like a weight will be lifted off of my shoulders. And I can keep animals almost like I feel like I've got the right to do so, or like the privilege to do so, if you know what I mean. That's my main concern. Like the what next, I get that. I fully get that. And even them,
I'm there now. I'm like, fuck mangrove.
She was literally like, you know, you're always looking. She was like, you want to get rid of these royals because you want to get other stuff. I was like, yeah, they're not straight away. She said, no, I know you. If you get rid of these royals, you're going to get something else. And I was like, maybe. But this is the thing. Like, my main concern is getting rid of the rack. Anything after that, it's either a case of we'll cross that bridge when we get to it, or I'll just feel better anyway, because every animal I've got will be in at least adequate housing. I'm not saying it's going to be amazing, because like I say, whether you can call a 4x18x18 or a 4x2x2 for an adult royal adequate or good, for me it's adequate. It could be better, but it's adequate. I will feel a lot better in myself, and with regards to me being part of the reptile hobby and community anyway.
Why don't you just give them away?
To who?
I'd be able to find you someone to give them away to.
But then the problem is it's a bit of a double-edged sword. Like, it's going to sound possibly quite selfish as well. The money is going to be like whatever money I get is going to be put back into upgrading. So it's not that I want to use.
But then you're just at square one. So, for example, the rack goes tomorrow, right? Or at least 9 snakes in it. You keep the 4 or whatever it is. You're getting 2 vivs, so that's 2 upgraded already. So all of a sudden now you've gone from 12 snakes in a rack to 2 overnight, right? That's not cost you a penny because you've got the vivs for free.
Yeah,
overnight. Is that not better?
It is. It is.
And then, so what? It takes you. I saw a 4x2x2 on Facebook today with a UVB for 50 quid. You're not looking hard enough.
Well, that's the problem. At the minute, I'm not looking at all because no one's buying these snakes, and I don't have
that's what I'm
any
saying.
money. Yeah. I agree.
£10 a month.
Yeah.
In 5 months, you would have brought a setup.
But like I say, right? I'm not. I'm not looking at all. This is the problem, because it's almost like, for me, I feel like I've got to sell the snake to get the money, because I don't want to say it's free money, but it's almost like that's what the money's for, you know. So it's a tough one. He's already mentioned that, to be fair. And again, shout out to you. What a legend.
But that's what I'm saying, though. If it takes you a year to get 2 snakes out of the rack into Vivs, just 2 snakes, is that not better than finding homes, getting money, 8 stay in the rack, 1 goes, you know? I think you're in your own way. If it really means that much to you to get these animals out of a rack, to be honest, they're probably going to go into a rack. But if it means that much to you to get them gone, let's put it bluntly.
Yeah.
Then get them gone. Like, for me, if I ever did rehome Bumpy, no fucker wants Bumpy. And I've had your mate message me back. He said no.
We can't. His missus earlier
on
was brilliant. While I was around was funny because I was like, oh, all right, it's not just me that gets this then. But he was literally there like, but Rosie, we could put it no. But what if we no?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, these animals aren't desirable, right?
Mm.
I've already said to myself that I'm going to give her away.
Mm.
Like, she's not worth much, so it's a bit different.
It's weird because if someone came up to me and said, if they messaged me and said, look, I've got a Viv set up ready for a Royal, but I haven't got any money for a Royal, the chances are I'd give that Royal away for free because I know it's going in a Viv. But this is what I mean. It's that double-edged sword because I'm like, yeah, but I need the money to upgrade. But like I say, obviously I've got legends in this chat that are offering me free Vivs, but then I'm like, the rack, I also want to build myself. I want to convert it into Vivs because obviously I don't know what the sort of sizes are. So it's a weird one, and for that I need money. But like you say,
you're not cut the rack if you all of a sudden rehome 9 snakes. I can't be bothered to type Visions. I'm not sure if Bumpy is or isn't going yet. If you just got rid of 9 snakes tomorrow, can you not just put a bit of ply and then put a bit of ply or like a bit of plexiglass? You've just made Vivs out of the rack.
Quite possibly. The way
it's going to be shanty, but
it is going to be shanty. It's doable. It is doable.
But as a temp, for the sake of 50 quid,
it is doable. So I don't know. I don't know. Like I say, I've slashed these prices and still no one is interested. But yeah, if you know someone that wants a free Royal, then we could possibly sort something out because, like I say, it's it's a tough one. It's a tough one.
But at what point is it cheaper not having to feed and house several extra snakes versus what you actually get?
Well, yeah, because at the minute, buying for 14 Royals is quite expensive, and the heating for them, is fairly expensive. Well, it's not fairly expensive, but it adds up. The sooner I can start switching off heat mats, the better it is for my electrical bill. Excuse me. Gary's still here. He is one of the ones that is going, but Gary is going.
Rip.
But it's a tough one, man. It is a tough one, but I don't know. I've got some thinking to do. Me and Em need to talk again. Because like I say, there are some that she's happy to let go. She's not, she still feels bad because like she says, it's a responsibility we took on, and it's irresponsible to just fuck them off because they're our pets. But at the same time, I can't house 14 Royals in Vivs.
If she said to you, you can keep every single one, and we can keep them, let's just say, for argument's sake, in the lounge, just because I don't know the layout of your house, let's just say the lounge, would you?
I still don't think I would, no.
There's your answer then. For me, if I was you and Fee was telling me to keep the animals, I think I would just say to him, like, if your heart's really out of it, I think I would just say to her, look, you look after them then, and we'll put them in your space because I'm done with it.
I mean, to be fair, these shops and stuff, one of the places that I've messaged is a college because apparently they sometimes take on adult Royals, I guess, for like their exotic pet courses or something. I don't know. But what I haven't said is, do you want these Royals for this amount of money, or what's the best offer, or blah, blah, blah. I've said, would you be interested in any adult Royals? If any of them get back to me and say, what have you got? I can give you 50 quid for the lot. Or the college gets back to me and say, yeah, we take animals in as rescues or something, then it might have to be done.
Oh, I don't know. Sounds like you need a table at the expo. Yeah, £10.
Shit, I should have vended.
I don't know what to say to you, mate. I think for me,
there's not a lot that can be said, really.
I think you need to find a place to give them away. I think you need to escape selling the ones that you want to sell, if you're happy to talk about the money, because obviously you've posted your morph market publicly, so people can see what they're up for sale for. But if they all sell for what you've got them out for, how much money is it?
Now that I've cut the prices,
Just roughly.
Off the top of my head, you're probably looking maybe 400-500 quid.
Okay. And is there like one or two? I haven't looked. Is there like one or two animals in there that are the money animals?
Yeah, there's one. There's one that was 350 quid, and I've dropped her to 250.
Okay, so for getting this one snake, then you have 8 snakes that equate to 250 quid.
5 snakes.
5 snakes. So 50
because
quid
2 of them
each.
still are. Yeah.
50 quid each. It's fuck all, mate.
It is.
Like, it's fuck all. Obviously, accumulative 250 quid is going to buy a couple of setups. I'm of course I'm aware of that. And of course I'm aware of that. But you know what I mean? For me, 50 quid or giving it away, like it's 50 quid.
Yeah, and like I say, to be fair, if someone said this snake is going in a 4-foot viv, I actually would be really happy to give that snake away. I mean, that's why I gave Kent Viv Visions. I gave him the babies. Because he said, all right, they're going to start in tubs, but when I'm building vivs, these snakes are getting vivs. Have them. They're yours. Enjoy. And he's loving them.
Reached out to like places that do like, I know you said colleges, but like places that do like animal education shows and parties and shit?
I haven't actually, to be fair.
They might take them.
It's a tough
worst case.
Feed them to Ragnar. Joking.
You could give them to a rescue and add to the thousands of royals that are in rescues.
That one would hurt me. I don't know why, but that would feel like a full-on failure for me, and I don't know why. Because it's no difference giving it to someone else, but part of me is just like I don't know.
Yeah, but then are you letting pride get in the way?
Possibly, quite possibly.
I mean, you could just monitor them.
Whoops.
Gary says flip a coin. I don't know what each one would mean, but I think Drew's on about his skinks.
Yeah.
Maybe ask her tomorrow and just be like, how do you feel about them coming out of the 4 you want to keep or whatever it is? How many do you want to keep? Nothing to do with them, like at all. Just you want to keep.
1, 2, 3, 4. 5.
So you want
4.
to keep 4. You want to keep 4.
And
out of those 4, how many of those 4 does M want to keep? I guess 4.
Oh, all of them, yeah.
And then remind me again, there's 2 more on top of that she wants you to keep.
I think it's 2, yeah. Definitely 1, possibly 2.
So those 1/2, they go in the lounge. Your 4 that you want to keep is your 4, so that's your shit that's in your reptile room.
Yeah.
And then the 2 that she wants you to keep go in the lounge. If not, they go. Compromise. I think that's fair. Chat, am I being unreasonable? Fee, am I being a dick? Do you
don't ask Fee.
She jokes. She's very sarcastic.
Yeah,
but she will be real. But do you think that's fair, or do you think she's just gonna blanket that no?
This is
obviously you don't know until you're asked, but
it's what's going to be said is no. They live in the reptile room,
and then you go, okay, we're selling them.
Yeah.
It's like conversation we had yesterday. Open. I'm not saying she's not. Obviously, I don't know her. I'm saying from my point of view, what I would say to Fee is if you want to keep these 2 animals, does M want to keep them in the rack?
No, she doesn't want to keep them in the rack. She wants them in Vivs as well. But she's basically saying that we've got the possibility or the ability to put them in at least slightly bigger vivs now if I build them. So they're 33-litre tubs, but they might be in 2-foot enclosures, 2 by 1.5, which is obviously, and I think it's quite deep. I think it's about 3 feet deep. So yeah, it's better and it's bigger. But my feeling with that is, well, why don't we just get rid of more and keep them in even bigger enclosures? But I don't know.
I would say doesn't have to be the lounge, but we need to find space for 2 4x18x18s or 2 4x2x2s. 2 stacked on top of the beardies. You know, that takes up, I'm assuming your ceilings are 7 foot, 6
Yeah,
foot.
I think so. Yeah.
That's at least one
Mm.
on top of the beardy, at least. You just have to be careful with the heat transfer, but you can put like bits of batten underneath. Then if she wants to keep them, then she takes over the care. If she's not able to do that, then you'll have to say bye-bye to the snake, not the wife. I think that's reasonable because like I'm trying to think now if I wanted to sell dragon. Fee, if I generally this is a hypothetical. If I said to you, right, I don't want to care for dragon anymore, because I would say the care for dragon is probably 60-40. Fee does a lot, so I'm probably 60, she's probably 40. So it's probably a bad example. But if I said to you, Fee, right, I'm selling dragon. I no longer want to care for dragon anymore. Would you then sell dragon, or would you move dragon into our house? Is tiny, so it's hard. Like we generally don't. Our lounge doesn't have space for a 4-foot viv. It generally doesn't. So it's hard to put it anywhere else because basically it would either have to go in the bedroom or Elijah's bedroom. That's the only rooms we have. Like we don't have space for a 4-foot. But hypothetically, Fee, if dragon would fit in the lounge, would you move dragon into the lounge, or would you say bye dragon? Because we genuinely don't have space. Like if Michael's still in here, he's been to my place, he knows how small the actual bungalow is. I rely on your knowledge on dragon, so if you don't help, then he'll need to go. That's fair enough. But yeah, I think for me, and especially you have vivs in there anyway. So like for example, if I had 2 4x2x2s in our lounge, for me, putting a viv on top of that, yeah, okay, it's got to be a nice one, and they've all got to be the same. I can get that. Aesthetics, I can get that. That's fine. But if you've got 4-foot vivs anyway, it doesn't take up any more retail.
Yeah, of course.
It takes up literally the exact same floor space. Sky's the limit. For me, that's one. Then we need to find space for the other one. If you want to keep it, I'll care for it. I'll continue to do what I'm doing. But and then it's hard because that one would be okay because 4 foot to the bottom, so that would be a 4 to 6 foot tall if it's in a 4x2x2. That's a good height for a viv. Snake above that, you'll never see it.
No,
ever.
No, I don't think our ceilings are tall enough for that anyway. To be fair.
No, but I'm just saying, once it goes past 6 foot, you might as well be in a rack anyway.
Yeah.
But then they are up and out of the way. No, exactly, Fee. That's what I'm saying.
Excuse me.
Not to the ceiling. So it would be the same height as, like, similar to what the Timors are. Timors, fucking, it was the Timors, not anymore. The Gil and I are. So it'd be that sort of height.
Excuse
so they'd
me.
be about here to here. So a good height, head height, it'd be perfect height. Or you put the royal on the floor and put the beardies on above it. And the beardies are a bit better height. But anyway, what's everyone else? Say bye-bye to the wife, give you some space. Sadly, Mike, I don't have that option because I'm a kept man. So I love Paul Logic, yeah, but I don't think wives would like Paul Logic. Snake/wife coin toss. Oh, I see. Saying bye-bye. I've told the wife that for all the animals she's gotten. Guess who's got to take care of them? Riddler isn't a hobbit, so maybe he can see them. Yeah. I mean, Riddler's only like 5'10".
Yeah.
He's not the tallest man in the world.
No.
I'm also not your wife. Not yet. Stay tuned. In about 25 years.
You got time, ain't you?
That's what that. I think that's your argument. I think that's what I don't know. IHS Reptile Show, but
oh yeah.
For me, I generally think that's the only logical explanation, logical answer for me in my brain.
Like I say, it's going to be discussed again. She's said she's not fully against the idea, but she wants to discuss it. Like the ones that I put up for sale, fine, different, but for one of them especially, she's just like, it needs to be a conversation. It can't just be goes. So fine. So the conversation will be had.
The conversation is the lounge.
How tall are you, Gary? I'm average height anyway. I'm not short. I'm average.
I reckon Fee's taller than you.
How tall's Fee?
She's near on 5'11". Obviously, I've met you now. Yeah. And I didn't have to do this.
No.
So you're not as tall as Fee.
No. 6'2". Jesus Christ. Yeah. To be fair, just a quick one, just as it's a funny story. I remember when I was still online dating, and I was chatting to a girl, and in her bio, obviously it says how tall she was, and it said she was 5'7". Why would you lie about your height? Because I was walking towards her, and I can assure you, from quite a distance, she was not 5'7". She was pretty much eye level with me, if not a bit taller. I was like, why are you lying? I'm not 5'7". I didn't say that, but I was like, I don't understand why you'd put 5'7" when you're clearly like 5'10".
Can you date a girl taller than you?
I personally don't think I could.
I didn't think I could. But now I can reach the top shelf. She is shorter than me, but when she's in heels, she's probably about the same, maybe a little bit. But yeah, you can imagine she's still. Yeah. Anyway, I think we need to start wrapping up because I've got a long day tomorrow. No worries. I mean, I've got nothing else to say, to be honest.
I mean, if anyone else has got more questions, comments, anything, any more unpopular opinions, but otherwise we're going to wrap this up because I've got a long day tomorrow, unfortunately.
What are you doing?
I'm up early doors because the missus is at work, so I've got Alex for the day. Apart from a couple of hours where he's trialing his new childcare place, and then after that we're driving to Rosie and Jacobs, and I'm going to try and finish off the electrics I started at theirs today.
Was that why you're doing real electrics?
Oh yeah, this ain't work related. I'm doing it for Jacob and getting their nursery ready for Little and turning up.
Oh, you've actually had to do house bashing.
Mad. It's been a while, and it's
it's
brought back some feelings.
I'm not selling Bumpy. I'm contemplating selling Bumpy because Bumpy takes up a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of space, a lot of resources.
A lot of electricity.
I want to house animals. You're doing a solo Sunday. Yeah, I'm doing a solo Sunday. I will be live on YouTube this Sunday solo.
No worries, Drew. Appreciate that.
I want to house my animals, like the mangroves I'm keeping. I want to house like I house Mango, and I want to house my tree monitors in a 6x3x6. I don't want to house like my tree monitors in subpar and then my Akis in subpar. I want big vivs for my geckos. I just don't. I can't keep everything and house everything the way Bumpy hits and coin. Yeah, the problem is I can't keep everything. I've already sold a pair of mangroves exclusive. There are a pair of mangroves is gone. It's still here, but they're sold. I'm downsizing, and I can't house everything the way. And again, Paul's selling mangroves. The intention was never to keep 6. The intention was to get my sex ratios, which I've got, And people on the Patreon know another reason why I may or may not have to sell mangroves, because of something that may or may not be coming in a few months. Maybe. But anyway. I didn't buy 20 lizards, Mike. I brought 13.
Hmm.
Did I buy 13?
Mike.
14? I don't know. Yeah, and also the lizards I brought were this big. But yeah, I want to house things in big, elaborate enclosures. I don't want to like half-ass shit. And Bumpy takes up a lot of space. So basically, it's either Bumpy, Toad. So one of them has to go. Bumpy, Toad, the tree monitors.
Oh, fucking hell.
One has to go. And there's no rush, but one has to go. Or obviously more mangroves, obviously. So either more mangroves, and I'm already going to sell 3. 2 are sold. I'm selling another one. Not yet, but I'm going to sell another one. So, and maybe another 2 if this thing comes off that I'm hoping comes off in a couple of months.
I need to have a look because this doesn't sound familiar to me, so I'm not sure.
You know about it.
Okay.
Do you sell the baby Yakis at the weekend, Paul? I did, mate. Yes, I did. They all went. I have clutches due soon, and the gill and I are hatching. So if you're still down, message me. I'm fighting Bumpy's corner. So basically, Toad goes. 2 mangroves go. 2 tree monitors go, or Bumpy goes. And for me, the obvious answer is Bumpy. There's no shadow of a doubt. And again, this whole podcast is the end of this podcast has been about savageness. It's not a question in my brain. And it doesn't need to happen yet, so it's not happening.
Yeah.
But a year, depending, it might have to happen. Now, I'm not rushing into anything because it might work out and I don't need to. And if I don't need to, then I won't. But long term, if nothing changes in my situation, something has to give. So I either keep animals in smaller enclosures and keep Bumpy, or I sell an animal in order to do what I'm trying to do. Or, for example, if I keep Bumpy, Dragon has to go, the Gill and I have to go, and the Yakis have to go. Because I have to make up the space somewhere. So what do? I have too many animals. I can house them in small setups. Of course I can. But I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Like keeping the Yakis in a 4x2x2 to save space. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
The Yakis are going in a 6x3x3. Like, I want to keep things big. I don't want to keep things half-heartedly. You don't need 6. I haven't got 6. I've sold 2. I've got 4. I'm selling another one. That takes me to 3.
There you go. Mike's got the idea down to a T. Look.
But yeah. Sell the mangroves. Eat a decision. I'm selling the mangroves. Like, I've sold a pair of mangroves before I sold Bumpy. So I want credit for that. So you can all get fucked. And also, I don't give a shit what any of you say. It's my collection. So at the end of the day, you can all get fucked. But I've got to do what is best for me. Because what is best for me is better for the entirety of my collection. It's not just what's for me. It's what is best for me is what's best for the entirety of my collection. So
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. This is what I'm trying to get across. This is what I'm saying. What I'm trying to do is the best for my animals in general, for all of them.
We'll stop talking. Riddler wants to leave. He's not saying no.
But the thing is, we get into these things. Like I say, that's a fucking good. What the fuck is that? Sorry. No, but I agree with you. This is what I'm saying. Like, yeah, I am getting a bit tired, not going to lie. But I agree. The reason you're doing it is for the betterment of your animal keeping and the rest of your animals. And I cannot agree more. That's what I'm saying.
I've got an unpopular opinion.
Go on.
Paul's Monitors is actually run by Fee, and everything is her idea. Someone's just messaged me that. Yeah.
Mm.
But yeah, I'll be honest, guys. Obviously, it's all well and good, all of you going, oh, keep Bumpy. Oh, none of you are keeping Bumpy because none of you care for Bumpy. I care for Bumpy. None of you do, you know. So, and it's the same with the mangroves. Like, none of you care for the mangroves. None of you care for the tree monitors. You know, none of you. Mango wouldn't be here. Yeah, if he run it, then Mango would be gone.
Facts.
It'd be Fee's Dragons because she's into the Agamids.
Which is
but
fair
yeah,
enough.
I obviously do take people's opinions on, but they're my animals, and you know, if I don't do social media to be like, oh guys, yeah, I'm going to keep Bumpy because you all want me to, because it's stupid.
Yeah.
But again, nothing's going yet. Bumpy's not going yet.
It's just an idea.
It's not even an idea. It's just
a possibility.
If in the future one has to go, I'd rather be mentally prepared rather than being like, ugh, Fee's farm, fuck the lizards. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning into this absolute shit show.
But
that is,
I actually think quite a good shit show. I think this one fucking slapped.
I'll try and do it at the weekend. I need to like put everything on my Spotify, but I just haven't done fucking anything lately.
To be fair, someone commented on my podcast earlier on saying it's a shame it's not on Spotify, and I was like, that's mad that someone wants it on Spotify, but sick.
Yeah, people listen on Spotify. People are still listening to my shit. I haven't even posted. Yeah, Paul, you do what you think is best for your collection. It's all jokes. Do whatever. No, I know everybody's joking, and I'm joking as well. Because if I was actually annoyed, if I was annoyed, I just would stop talking about the situation. I'd just go quiet. Yeah. But yeah, thank you all for tuning in.
Appreciate it as always.
All jokes aside, Riddler's links aren't in the description because I'm shit. But check out Riddler. Check out his Patreon. Check out my Patreon for exclusive content. We'll probably be back in a week or two for episode 4. Over on Riddler's channel, but streamed on both channels as always. Thank you all for the super chats tonight, guys. Helps me keep the lights on. I appreciate and love you all. Like, comment over on both of our channels, and YouTube Thursdays tomorrow, 7:30 for Riddler, 8 o'clock for me. And we'll then
be in the
Sunday,
live chats, all of that.
Live chats, and Sunday I have a solo Sunday on the Captive Raptors podcast at 8 p.m. same time as this. Yeah, go on, what's up?
Just one quick one. I've just realised that this whole stream, you've not been for a piss, and neither has Aya.
Fucking hell. She's probably pissed on the floor, and I've pissed in the chair.
Yeah, possibly. But it is what it is, isn't it?
It is what it is. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I love you all as always. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in the comments.
Lots of love, everyone.
Reach out if you guys need anything. We'll be back for the next episode of True Tales very soon. Keep an eye on the socials. I'm ending the stream now. Riddler wants to go to bed. I also wanted to go to bed at 10, but we're still running. I've actually got to go to work tomorrow. So
peace out.
Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.